I think Pac may have been the first artist to beat up an engineer. I could be wrong. But I remember sitting in the studio writing it and recording it, man. That's when Pac told the engineer, man, you ain't got too many more, my bad.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life.
Hello, welcome to another edition of Club Shay Shay on the road, and boy, do I have something special for you today. I am your host, Shannon Sharpe. I'm also the proprietor of Club Shay Shay. Stopping by today, he's an icon, a pioneer from the South. He's been in the music industry for over 35 years, one of the most influential rappers in history, one of the top lyricists of all time, a member of one of the most successful rap groups ever, the Ghetto Boys, a beloved Houstonian, platinum-selling hip-hop artist, a celebrated record producer, gifted storyteller, respected label executive. He was president of Def Jam South, breaking in artists like Ludacris. He's on everybody's top 5 rapper list, your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. Some refer to him as the king of the South. Good friend of mine, terrible golfer. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Scarface. Face, what it do?
What's up? What's up, Shan?
Man.
No, wait, let's do it for real. What's up, Sharpe?
I'm good, Face. What it do?
Man, thank Cooley High, man.
Bro, we've been trying to get this thing together. I appreciate you taking time to let us come in and do what we do and get an opportunity to see what you do.
For sure.
What's going to be unique about this today, we're going to throw out a song, and Face is going to tell us the meaning behind the song, where it was, what he was thinking when he actually wrote the lyrics to this song. So the first song we're going to start out with is Mary Jane.
And how the music came about.
And how that came about.
Yeah, so I wrote it originally to the Commodore song called Say Yeah.
Okay.
You'll feel that now that you know that.
Okay.
Like the way the words are spaced out, so I wrote it like that. I ended up recording it in L.A. And Mike Dean came up with a piano line. It went like this. It was like, and then Tone hit the drum and it was kind of like, right? I remember clearly, because I had took this is bad, but I took an ecstasy.
Oh.
And it's just one of them, being in the studio in the vocal booth by yourself, and it was cold. And the only thing that came to my mind was, and I don't really remember feeling like this.
Right.
And it went. That's how it went. I wanted to make it sound as like I was talking about a woman, right?
Right.
So I'm at my mother-in-law's house. My wife is laying in the bed sleeping. I'm like, damn. I've got this love forming in my life for this dame, and indeed of the form of life. And that's a shame how a man can fall in love with leaves and not a brains, not afraid to let you up and leave and do your thing. Share the happiness with all my folks and got us high for the days that we was, share her happiness with all my folks and got us high for the days that we were lost and broke. Shit, I said shit in this song, got us by. On the radio, it got by.
Right.
Got us by. Only right, we stop and get the props. Because she came, the block up only find the crops. Now I need to hear you sing. So the same chick that sung It's the Thuggish Ruggish Bone.
Yes.
Sung the hook on this.
Really?
Really. And she went. And Tone was saying, say, Mary, I love. That came from the Rick James part of it.
Yes.
There you go. Mary, I love. Now, I pick up my guitar and I put a beat in that's going. And then. And then the hook came back in and was like. Mary, love. Here and there. Second verse was like. When the world starts to stress you out, what you do? Put a cancer stick off in your mouth or grab a brew. Sold in stores, but the fact remains is they were made and the government's been taxing that, getting paid. That's why it was all illegal in the first place. That's why it was all illegal, because the government couldn't tax it and get paid from it. But if it's taxable, it's cool as smoke then. Kill or not. Ain't it alcohol that's killing folk? True or not? Other people try to make you bad, but I know you not. When my situation is looking sad, I know I've got a true friend in my time of need, because you all I need. Girl, you natural, you come from seeds, not out of greed. It makes me happy when I'm feeling pain, and once again, it makes me happy just to hear your name. Do your thing, Mary Jane. Just sit there and you just smoked out.
Yeah. When you didn't need to smoke out, you was already high.
Yeah, but that song make you smoke out. I was X'd out when I
exactly
when I wrote it, and that's why you hear the first words going, "Got this love forming in my life," and then it got another going, "For this day, and indeed the form of life, that's a shame." Like it was some shit going on in that song that was kind of, you had to be high.
Face, when you're writing a song, do you have an idea of the chords, the
No
instruments?
clue. No clue.
You're just writing the words.
I'm just writing the music.
Okay.
To songs, and then the words will kind of come. Like you kind of start off with a piece of an idea, and then you write a verse to it, and then whoever you're working with on the song will start working on it more and putting it more together. Mm-hmm. So you write your first verse and you lay it, and then you work on the music a little bit, and you go home and you write the second verse, and then you put the first verse with the second verse, and then you write the third verse, and then you lay it all, and then you listen to it and listen to it and listen to it, and then you go back and re-record it. And sometimes I don't even have to re-record it because it's that perfect.
Wow.
I believe in being absolutely perfect.
So you don't. You know, a lot of times when you're on a set or you're doing a movie, you're doing a commercial, oh, that was perfect, but let's do one more time just to make sure. You like, once you lay it and you feel good about it, you done.
That's it. Okay. I don't need a safety. Don't need one.
Guess who's back?
So that was a record. I was trying to get a record from I was trying to get a record from Jay-Z.
Okay.
And Kanye was playing beats, and Jay-Z was sitting in the corner in a chair, and Kanye was playing beats, and Jay was sitting there and he was talking, and then he heard those pianos. And he was like, and he'd be like, ooh. He'd be looking at you like, yeah, nigga, I'm about to give you the business right quick. So that's all it takes for him to do ooh a couple of times, and he go in the vocal and he lay his vocals. Like he never wrote nothing down. He didn't write it down.
So he just heard the beat and
he just hear, and he goes into the booth and he lays it down, and then I'm sitting at the board. He leaves me stuck at the board writing every time, daps me up, and he leaves the room, right? I come in, I'm writing, I'm thinking about what I'm gonna say. So I'm writing it, and I said, from the womb to the tomb, with a hot pot, a jar, and a spoon, trying to touch me 40,000 and move. Listen. From the womb to the tomb, with a hot pot, a jar, and a spoon, trying to touch me 40,000 and move to the next dope spot. Yeah. From to the tomb, with a hot pot, a jar, and a spoon, trying to make me 40,000 and move. Motel, star-studded, rock stars and goons, plain clothes wanted running my room. Woo! But nigga, guess who's bizarre? It's your boy Face Mom. I started with an 8-ball. Gotta get this cake dog. Give niggas a break now. You know how the game go? You think I slang for to go against the grain? No, I'm out here in grind mode, wrapped up in a paper chase. I want to a fine hoe, candy paint the 88. I ain't got no wholesale, cause that ain't how I wanna run it. He'll take these 5 stones and bring a nigga back 100. I gotta see my feet, dude. You do shit a fiend do. The fire get too hot in the kitchen. I hit them streets, fool. Money is an issue. And that's on the fashizzle, my nizzle. Your block warm, I come by with that pistol. And make for sure I get to work mine, one car at a time. Shh. Because if a motherfucker got a block bubbling, right? And you want that, the only way that you can get that block from this is go by there and shoot it up. And then the cops will be sitting out there. Okay? All right? I come by with that pistol and make for sure I get to work mine, one car at a time. We go to war and you ain't making a dime. You don't want to go to war, nigga. Let me go on down here and work my shit too. You know? We go to war and you ain't making a dime because I ain't got shit to lose. A nigga out here paying his dues. My baby Walker got to get in some shoes. It's a new game brewing. Let me give you the rules. Get out of line and I'm gonna give you the rules. Get out of line and I'm gonna give you the blues. It's a new game brewing. Let me give you the rules. Get out of line and I'm gonna give you the blues. Woo! Yes, that.
On my block.
So, I was in the studio. These are Def Jam albums, by the way.
Okay.
Those are Def Jam songs, and those songs were so. That was probably the easiest time I've ever had to record an album because I didn't have to make the music to it.
Okay.
But a couple of guys came by the studio. Machine Merritt came to the studio and he was playing beats. And they had this record that was by Roberta Flack and Donny Hathaway. And it went like this. It was like, be real black for me. Be real black for me. Remember that?
Yes.
Just something about dope ass music. So I'm hearing the vibe, and I'm thinking about like the best way, like how does this music make me? How does this beat make me feel? How does the piano riff make me feel? Like I want to say something about my neighborhood, man. Like they been like the same old thing on my block. Like let's reminisce on what's happening on the block. Every day been like the same old thing on my block. You either working or you juggle cocaine on my block. You had to hustle, 'cause that's how we was raised on my block. And you stayed on your hop until you made you a knot. On my block, hang out was a thing back then. And even if you left out, you came back in to my block. From Holloway, Belford to Scott. Reed Road to Flocks. We know the spots, just go weed the rocks. Just go weed the rocks. We know where to get that shit from, man. We know where to get it. Let's go weed the rocks, the drink, or the blue dots on your block. You probably bred a fat pad of Tupac, a big pun, a B.I., your homeboy from knee high. And even if it was storming outside, that nigga be by. That's me, dog, on my block. I ain't had to play no big shot. Them niggas knew me back when I was stealing beer from Shamrock, and my nickname was Creepy. And if Black June could see me, he be tripping. And I bet he still probably tease me on my block. Black June was the homie, man.
Yeah.
He got killed young by a police officer. He was in a high-speed chase and they shot through the car and shot him in the back of the neck. 17 years old. And he never got a chance to see that life, man, because he died way back in the 80s, man. And if Black June could see me, he'd be tripping. And I bet he still probably tease me, man. So my block, where everything is everything for Sheezy. On my block, we probably done it all, homie, believe me. On my block, we made the impossible look easy for Sheezy. I never leave the block, the homies need me. Never leave the block, I never leave the block. I never leave the block, I never leave the block. The homies need me. Imagine if you took the game, you took the instructions out the game.
Right.
It ain't gonna operate. You know, I remember talking about the cars. It was like, on my block, we racing Paula's bone stock. On my block, I ain't have to play the big shot. On my block, racing Paula's on my block, racing Paula's on my block. On my block, we queuing all the time, playing dominoes. Keep the swisher sweets down till my mama goes back in the house. Hey, listen, do you remember when you used to have to hide your dope from your boy? You don't know nothing
We
about
don't slide no dope now.
Yeah. So you used to have to hide that shit from your mama when they come outside, right?
Yeah.
Be like, on my block, we queuing all the time, playing dominoes. Keep that swisher sweet down until my mama goes back inside, and then we can fire.
Yeah.
Pass it around a few times and get high. Remember sitting back, man. The neighborhood, I got footage of this on my Instagram page. Us sitting in the backyard of my homeboy house. And we drink beer. We barbecue. We tell tales. You know, smoke a few squares. Pull it down for me. I remember when we was kids, right? It'd be like, man, let's go smoke some dope. And that meant they was gonna go out and smoke a few squares and shit, right? Now when somebody say, let's go smoke some dope, you don't know what the they talking about. So I be like, you know what, man?
Go ahead.
I don't get high no more.
But you know, back then, Face, cigarettes, anything smoking, you had to hide from your parents. It wasn't just weed.
You know, funny thing, I never had to do that.
Really? You could smoke around your mom? Boy, you were lucky.
I mean, I don't know how lucky I was, but I grew up but it started with my grandmother.
Okay.
All right? So I lived in the house with my grandmother and my uncles, and all my uncles smoked and shit, right?
Right.
And they started smoking at a young age. So when I had a cigarette, I was smoking in the house. I couldn't have been no more than 9, 10, and I know people gonna think I'm full of shit, but I swear to God, I wasn't 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, I'm smoking. Matter of fact, I'm at school with a smoking pass. Back in junior high school, you could smoke cigarettes at school if you had a pass.
Right. You had to get cleared by your
Yeah,
parents.
you had to get clearance from your parents. I'm telling my age right now. I'm 54, but yeah, I was smoking for real.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not proud of it, but shit.
You did what you did.
I did what I did, man.
This song, because I really want to know the backdrop. I've never seen a man cry until I seen a man die. The backdrop of that.
So, the backdrop of that, man, is I got high.
Man, you been writing some fire-ish when you high.
Yeah. I was stoned. And I promised that if I ever came down off that high, I would never get high again like that. But I was drinking beer and taking painkillers.
Okay.
And I had smoked the joint. I don't want nobody to try this shit at home. Cause it's
What kind of combo were you on? Drinking beer, smoking, taking pain pills?
so I had broke my arm. Either that or I got shot. Something had happened.
Damn, Face.
Yeah, and I didn't want to hurt no more. Nate Dogg had the coldest song on that one. I don't want to hurt no more. Don't want to hurt no. I didn't want to hurt no more.
Right.
So I took a painkiller. I was drinking Miller Lights anyway. And I smoked a square. And that shit didn't end well.
Did the words, I mean, how long did it take you to come up to lay those verses for that? Did it just start, the pen just started writing it like an auto pen?
So I was in the studio and I made a beat. And it started with a bass line. And the bass line went like, right? I did it on the keyboard. And then I played the, right? So that's what I wrote the words to.
Okay.
The beat was, so So that's the original way that I set it up. And then Mike Dean comes in with the, let me hear it. He had the, Mike Dean also played this guitar part that went kind of like this. So I had to take this home, right?
Yeah.
And I'm high as hell. And the first thing I came up with was, reach his father with his hands out. Rehabilitated slightly, glad to be the man's child. The world is different since he's seen it last. In 7 years he's out of jail and he's happy that he's free at last. All he had was his mother's letters. Now he's mobile and he's got to make a change and make it for the better. But he's black, so he's got one strike against him. And he's young, plus he came up in the system. But he's smart, and he's finally making 18, right? I'm coming up with these words, man. The words are flowing, right? But the more I wrote, the more dead I felt. Yeah, I was gone. I had that kind of high, I had that blackout high.
Yeah.
You know, so that was the writing process on this song, man. I didn't want to be high no more. You know what I mean? I remember that verse where I said, I hear you breathing, but your heart no longer sounds strong, but you're kind of scared of dying, so you hold on. And you keep on blacking out, and your pulse is slow. Stop trying to fight the reaper, just relax and let it go. That's how high I was. Wow. I was high. When I was writing that record, yeah, I really went in there and got some shit. Because there's no way you can fight it, though you still try. And you can try it till you fight it, but you still die. Your spirit leaves your body and your mind clears. Your morning starts to set and you out of here. Like, that's how I felt, man. Wow. But when I got to the studio in Atlanta, I wasn't high no more. That was a couple of days later. And it was like, he greets his father with his hands out. Rehabilitated slightly, but glad to be the man's child. The world is different since he's seen it last. Out of jail been 7 years and he's happy that he's free at last. All he had was his mother's letters. Now he's mobile and he's got to make a change and make it for the better. But he's black, so he's got one strike against him. And he's young, plus he came up in the system. But you never know how those words are going to come out upon delivery, because I stand firm on letting the beat guide.
Okay.
I use my voice as an instrument. Like, okay. You'll never hear a song from me where the beat is doing one thing and my voice is doing another. Okay. Like, it's not gonna be a monotone.
Right.
Like, you know how some rappers get on the microphone and they rap the same way every time because they're not letting that beat lead. Mm-hmm. You know, they rapping off of their own instinct and not letting that beat guide. You gotta let that beat guide. Mm-hmm. And in order to let that beat guide, it's a vibe.
Right.
It's a vibe, man. So, you know, some records you hear me rapping this way, and the next you'll hear like, who is that nigga?
Right.
Like, I remember one time we was doing that, sitting at the stoplight, looking at hoes, peeping out this bitch in her black jabots, windows rolled up tight, top was closed, blowing switches, sweet smoke out my nose. E40 called me.
Right.
He like, man, you let Warren get on the track? I'm like, nah, nigga, that's me. Yeah, so I'm changing my voice. I'm changing the dynamic, the pitch. I'm changing the flow. The come lines are different. You know, the patterns, the rap patterns are different. Sunday morning, I'm off in church, sinning throughout the week, hustling every day. I'm getting it as we speak. I listen to preacher preach. Mama singing the song, ain't he clapping the hands? No, choir singing the song, ain't he clapping the hands? My mama singing along. I'm uncomfortable, I want to leave. Can't let my mama see, I ain't listening to the message. But there's different deliveries on different songs. Different songs call for different deliveries, different beats, man.
Has it ever been a situation where you write it while you're high, and then when you come down off that, you're like, okay, I hope I can get right back into that headspace.
Once you get it, it's in there. Once you find out, once you get back to what you were writing and the pattern that you was writing it in, you in there. But I ain't wrote nothing high in a long time. Of course, I ain't been writing, but I ain't did nothing. Damn, Shannon, you trying to act like I'm just a dope fiend. Like I gotta be high. Nah, I'm messing with you, but bro. It's just, I don't smoke weed all the time.
Okay.
But when I do, I'm not just gonna be burning out brain cells.
Right.
So it's gotta be something being created.
That's what I was about to ask. When you smoke, are you smoking to get in a frame of mind that you can write?
No.
Oh, you just smoking to smoke.
No, I'm not just smoking to smoke. I'm smoking to spark ideas.
Right.
But I'm just not riding around smoking all day long just to be smoking. So if you see me smoking some weed, I'm in a vibe.
Right.
And I haven't smoked weed in a long time.
Is that what it would take you to get back in? I mean, what
to
would
smoke some weed?
No, what would it take you to get back to the pen that we know Face to have?
They gotta pay. Like the shit is free now. It's not paying, man.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like this is where the money is. Like Short and I out on a tour, we're calling it The Function. This is where the money is. Even though Todd is still recording, E40 is still recording, everybody's still recording, I just don't see the value, and I'm spoiled. I remember when you could sell records for $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10.
Correct.
Now it's 0 cent. It's zero. It's half a cent on a cent for a stream. So I don't see the value in wasting my time. I can't get my time back.
Right.
I got a catalog that'll carry me in.
Yeah, you good.
You feel me? Like I got a pretty decent catalog, and I'm always thinking of some other funky ways to revamp me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this just didn't come overnight. Like I've been doing my band shit for 20 years. Matter of fact, Ant sent me something yesterday. Sent us something where how long was that? 25 years ago?
It was 25, almost.
20 years ago. Okay. Of us, working with our band shit. All right? And I went on the road with a band, and I wasn't even getting paid, but I knew that eventually the game would catch up to what I'm thinking. Yeah, where I'm at in my mindset, because we can stand on stage and grab our shit and walk and lip sync to our shit, or we can bring it back to the essence of where it came from. We built this music, man.
Right.
We built this music.
Tupac's last song he recorded was with you, 1994, Smile.
I can't say that.
Hold on. Yeah, do you remember that before he passed? It might have not been 94. What year did Smile come out?
It came out in 96. It came out in 97.
97.
But we recorded it.
When did you guys record
that September? Hey man, you know what? That could very well be the last song that he recorded.
Absolutely.
That could very well be the last song, because I remember leaving LA, going to Chicago, and hearing that he was shot. But me knowing Pac like I know Pac, he gonna get up and he gonna be talking shit again.
Right.
All right? You could very well be right, man, because we recorded that in September or June.
Mm-hmm. And he got shot in that September. He got shot.
Okay, we recorded that song in June or July of 96.
He got shot and killed in 96. September.
Okay, so that could very well be that last record. But I like me knowing Pac and how he worked. I doubt it. It's possible, though. Mm-hmm. Because he probably laid down 15, 20 songs a day.
Because what that was, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was the Tyson Holyfield fight.
It might have been Bruno. Check the fact.
I went to the Frank Bruno fight. That was in like April of 96.
Okay. Who did he fight right after that?
I think it was Holyfield.
I can't say that.
We'll look it up.
We got to look that up.
Yeah.
I think he was fighting Botha or somebody. It wasn't Holyfield, though.
Because remember, he fought Holyfield back to back. 96, he fought him, he lost, and then he turned around and fought him again in 97 when he bit his ear.
Yeah, but no. Pac was still around, though. No?
Don't think so. I mean, see, we can look it up. See,
gotta
when,
look that
when, did
up.
Pac get killed?
90, that's September.
I think it was September of 96.
Okay, so when did Tyson fight Holyfield?
September 13th, 1996.
7/13?
So you say Tyson Holyfield fight?
Yeah, he fought him twice. He fought him in 96 and 97. He fought him in December, right?
He fought him on my birthday, November 9th.
So yeah, November 9th, 1996. The second fight was June 28th, 1997.
When did Tupac get killed?
September.
Yeah, September 13th, 1996.
So it was. I think it was a Bruno. It might have been
Who
Bruno.
who was Holyfield fight? It was a fight going on out there.
Let me see.
It was Mike Tyson and Bruno.
Because I was at the Bruno fight in April.
Yeah, Bruce Seldon.
Bruce
Sheldon. Okay, one of them big on.
Yeah, muscular. Yeah.
But man, Pac was a hell of a dude, man. He was before his time. He was way before his time. More money mean more litigating, more player hating. Got a sale at the pen for me waiting.
Wow. So we smile when you writing that. What's going on? What are you thinking?
So Pac, we recorded that like way before he passed. Like recorded that in June or July.
June, July of 96.
Right.
And he ends up passing in September of 96.
Right. So we wrote the song, before he passed. And like Pac would always have this thing with me where he would be so pissed off that I would be sitting at the board still writing and everybody threw at their shit. And he would always say, "Hey man, you gotta find a way to get across to the bitches without offending them."
Right.
And the niggas gonna want what the bitches want. And then whatever the last word is, or your verse, that's the name of the song. And I was like, okay. But nonetheless, I still sat down in front of that board and I came up with those words, man. But it was done to a whole totally different beat. Shout out to Tone Capone and Mike Dean, because I think that the job that we did on this song, on this version of that particular song, was awesome, man. Tone always wanted those, was it pizzicatos? What are they called? Pizzicatos? He always loved the blank, 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 blank. Johnny P was still alive. The one who was like, "Do you wanna ride in the backseat of my caddy, chop it up or do or die?" Yeah. Tone had a vibe in his head. Tell me, do you still care about me? Right? So he just broke, that came into smile for me. That's Tone Capone. Won't you just smile for me? And then Johnny P was in the studio and he sung that shit. And some kind of way we got a chance to use that record on my album. But I remember sitting in the studio writing it and recording it, man. That's what Pac told the engineer, "Man, you ain't got too many more my bads."
Right.
He's finna. That's when I think Pac may have been the first artist to beat up an engineer. I could be wrong, but I know he used to beat his engineers up. I wrote it down like. Then as I opened up my story with the blaze of your blunt, that's so you can reflect. That's so you can reflect. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you can kind of reflect on what I'm saying, man. Just sit back and like, damn. Yeah. As I open up my story, put the blaze in your blunt so you can picture thoughts slowly upon phrases I run. And I can walk you through the days that are done. I often wish that I could save everyone, but I'm a dreamer. Have you ever seen a who was strong in the game, overlooking his tomorrows, and they finally came? I look back on childhood memories and I'm still feeling the pain. Turning circles in my ninth grade to dealing cocaine. Too many hassles in my local life, survived the strain. And a man without a focused life can drive me insane. I'm stuck inside a ghetto fantasy, hoping to change. But when I focus on reality, I'm broken in chains. I had a dream of living wealthy and making it big, but over football, chose to cook raw, take it and dig. And after all, my mama's thanking God for blessing a child. Cause all my mama got to do now is collect it and smile.
Won't you just smile for me?
Smile
for me.
Won't you just smile for me? That's cold-blooded. We was kids writing music like this, man. I would love for us to be able to get our music back. You know what I'm saying? I would love for us to be able to make our music like we made our music. You know, even though from Maze to R. Kelly, from R. Kelly to Chris Brown, we didn't lose too much into that. We didn't lose a lot. You know, that music's still great, man. It's kind of like from Rakim to Kane to Public Enemy to Cube and NWA to Ghetto Boys to, you know, Snoop to, and then you start Tribe Called Quest. You gotta think about all of the great music. LL Cool J, Run DMC, those masterpieces of hip hop, you know, KRS-One.
Yeah.
You know, the masterpieces. The Jay-Z's, the Nas's. I said Nas already?
Yeah. No, yeah.
Okay, well, I should have said it twice. So, I mean, those masterpiece classics that will always be remembered forever. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, LL Cool J, bro.
He don't get the credit that he deserves.
No, he single-handedly put this shit on the map, bro.
He did.
And then you have to look at...
He got women to start listening to the rap. Because he was singing to them.
Hey, man, the man broke some shit down, man, on a record, man, that was mind-blowing to me. Who can take the game of rap and rule it alone? Just playing many styles on the microphone. Like, the man was cold, man.
For sure.
And he single-handedly gave us a platform to stand today.
Yes.
With that Rock the Bells shit.
Oh, for sure.
Man, I went out and I did a concert for Rock the Bells on a couple of occasions.
Yeah.
And this last one I went to in New Jersey, I walked out on the stage and was like, shit.
Look at all these people.
Hip hop lives, man.
For sure.
And thanks to that guy, that is you know, it's recovering. You know what I mean? Like, he had some great shit on there. He had Rakim, Kane, Plies, Boosie, me, Roxanne Shante was on that shit. That's my twin.
Yeah.
But I love what he's doing with it, man.
Yeah.
I think that everybody should take time out and pause and thank LL Cool J for what he did and what he's doing for this culture, man. Like, for real.
Thanks for performance, bro.
Man, we ain't even started performing yet. Let's leave him. Let's go out with a bang. Fired up. I don't even care what it is.
What we going out with?
I don't care.
Mind playing tricks on you. Got Friday Night Lights. Damn, it feel good to be a gangster. What you want to go out with?
No, let's do something else. What you got? Do-do-do. Da-da, da-da. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Ba-da, ba-da. Can't be life. Can't be love. Be more. Can't be us. It's gotta be more. So I'm leaving to go to Baseline from Def Jam, and I think my brother called me. I think Warren Lee called me and told me that one of the homies' babies that had died, man. I was devastated. Because I got a 2-year-old. I had a 2-year-old back then. But that baby got a hold of something that he wasn't supposed to get a hold of. And that shit kind of blew me the fuck away. And that's why the verse came out so cold, because it was so true. Cause I walked into the studio to do this with Jig. I got a phone call from one of my niggas. They say my homeboy Reed, he just lost one of his kids. And when I heard that, I just broke into tears. And in the second hand, you don't really know how that is. But when it hit that close to home, you feel the pain at the crib. So I called mine, sad my wife with the bad news, count my blessing, count my blessings, cause Brad's too. That's one of them ones, man. You touch it. Shit. Brad 2 years old when that happened, man. Loving your kids just like you was ours, and I'm hurting for you, dog. But ain't nobody painting like yours. But I just know heaven's opened his doors. And view it on the blind and on the bright side, you can view it like this. God's got open arms, homie. He in the midst who loves all and hates not one. Cause he in the midst of good company who loves all and hates not one. And one day you gonna be with your son. I could have talked about my hard times in his songs, but heaven knows I would have been wrong. Wouldn't have been right. Wouldn't have been us. It wouldn't have been life. It wouldn't have been love. It wouldn't have been right. It can't be life. A lot of niggas be bragging about their bands and shit, but I know for a fact can't nobody with them.
You still up?
I can stand on the stage and stop. Do that. Boom, 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 boom. Tell you, man, all I gotta do is just dream it. I just gotta dream it. Live on Club Shay Shay. We're gonna get down into a deeper interview in a few minutes, but I just wanted my partner Sharpe to see that musical side. Go on, give him the business, faggot. Hold up. Louder. Oh yeah. Nigga say,
Once I lived a life of a millionaire, spending all of my money, honey, I've been there. Making up friends for one good time, sipping that whiskey, champagne, wine. Oh, soon as my money got low, I couldn't find a thing, didn't have no place to go. But if I ever get a dollar again, I'ma hold on to till it in the grave.
Nobody wants ya.
When you're down and out, nobody wants you. When you're down and out, nobody wants you. When you're down and out, nobody wants you. When you're down and out,
Down and out. So, I hear a lot of people talking about their bands and shit, man, but after being together so long, we kind of know what we thinking, so it's...
Y'all on the wavelength.
Yeah, we right there. I can turn that shit up like this here, get it up loud like that, or I can bring it back down. Yeah.
Scarface, ladies and gentlemen.
but nobody wants you. When you're down and out, 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 down and out.
UFC 319 is blowing back to the Windy City for the first time in 6 years. Check out the fight card. Get in on all the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the UFC. And if you're a new DraftKings customer, check out this. New customers who bet $5 will get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Don't miss out on UFC 319 action. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code Shannon. That's code Shannon for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Normally, everybody be having their suits on when they come on your show, man. They be looking all fly.
Right.
But this is how I be looking when I go on stage. So if you see me on stage, then you probably see me in this. You be like, damn.
You going on stage with them New Balance?
I'm good, man. Don't do it. I'm good at this. We ain't had no toys growing up either, Shannon. All we did was talk about each other.
Hey,
but yeah,
this is how it goes down. Every time we get on the phone.
Yeah, we got a Jones. We got to, man. How you been, bro?
Bro, I've been great, man. Thank you for taking time. I know you're busy. You got a concert in a few hours, and taking time out of your day. Went through sound check. Can't wait to people see a couple of songs that you performed for us and tell us what was going through your mind at the time of performance. But this is my cognac. This is Shay by Portier. It's a premium VSOP. You understand anything? You know about cognac?
Yeah, man. God
you know what VSOP stands for, right?
No.
Very special old pale. That means.
You know what I heard? And you tell me if there's any truth to this. So the Hennessy guy and Hines, were they locked up in prison together?
I don't know about that.
So I want people to look into this. So Hennessy, the maker of Hennessy, on somebody,
That's the family.
And Hines, they were locked up.
Hines ketchup?
No, Hines, Hines. That's like a cognac.
Oh, okay.
It's like the upper echelons of cognac, man. So I heard this story, man. I want to get some validity to it and just see. But yeah. Cognac makers, man. Is this that kind of cognac?
This is a premium VSOP. We've won 13 awards since its inception in 2021. We won the SIP Award. The SIP Award is a blind taste test. It's the only one that the fans get to decide. Everything else is judges that have been sipping cognac in a spirits business. But what they do in the SIP Award is that they put all the cognacs on the table, and then people come by and taste them, and they say, well, I like cup A.
Okay, so I always thought that VSOP meant for very serious old people.
No, very special old pale. And then you got XO, which is extra old. And then you got XXO, which is extra, extra old. So,
me down.
Yes.
Boy, you learn something new every day.
And this is a grape. People don't realize this, but this come from a grape. Ours is a Uni Blanc grape and a Petite Champagne. Nuzzle it. This man went straight to it.
I know what the to do is a cognac.
Damn, why you talking to me like this,
damn,
man?
You know I know what to do. God damn.
That ain't necessary.
How's Sterling doing, man?
But he good. He good.
Yeah, this ain't no grape here, Junior.
Uni Blanc grape, and a petite champagne. And in order for it to be a cognac,
Hey, man.
it has to originate in cognac for 2 years. The first 2 years has to start there.
Hey, man, it's mean right here.
For sure. We got you covered. We got you covered.
Oh, no. Oh, it ain't got no bite.
None.
Oh.
You gotta be, you gotta be careful.
Yeah, let me move this back over there.
Boy, you be on stage slurring.
For real? I'm not finna drink no more. Ain't nobody got no water?
We get such.
Man, why you trying to get me drunk for my show?
No. But I just wanted you to taste it. But
It's amazing.
it's
crazy.
Yeah. But we got you covered. We got you covered.
Yeah, man. Send me a. Or tell me where I can buy some, man. I'm
gonna send you some, but I'm gonna tell you what you
Damn.
like. It's like that for real though.
For real.
Man, Face, it is an honor to have you on the show. It's always great to have people that you admire from a distance. You know, getting to know you over the last couple of years. You and my brother play a lot of golf together. I sent word. I told him what you told me to tell him. I was on the phone with you and I told you.
No.
You told me to tell him you could get it.
No, I didn't. Now, why you saying that, man? Don't do that, dog. Don't say that, man.
Well, I told him.
You shouldn't have.
And he sent word back to me. He sent something to say.
Hey, he sent a picture back.
He did. He said, show face this.
Yeah, no. Hey, Sterling, I'm gonna leave you alone, man. Don't you go out there messing with that man. Y'all better leave that man alone.
They play golf together. Every celebrity golf tournament they can attend.
Yeah.
Face is gonna be out there. My brother's be out there with him.
Hey, the man is a scratch golfer, man. Unbelievable.
He play all the time.
But he play from the back though.
Yeah, he play from the tee.
I play all the time too. But I ain't finna go back there, man. I ain't got nothing to prove, man. Like that's for people that's trying to show off that they still strong, man. That's the only way you can be strong, man.
Yeah. Let's get into it, Face.
Talk to me.
From Houston, Texas. What was it like growing up in Houston, Texas for a young Scarface?
So, growing up in Houston as a young Brad.
Yeah, that's a government name, Brad.
Yeah, we say Brad. As a young Brad Jordan, my mother had me so young.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an old man, baby, for real. I spent a lot of time at my grandmother's house.
Okay.
My grandmother had 9 children, and I always tell people that I feel like I'm my grandmother's 10th child.
Right.
Because she also.
You spent so much time
I spent so much time with her. My mom would. I always want to go to my grandma's house. You know, I go over my mom and my aunt lived together for a long time.
Right.
And I didn't want to be over there because it was boring.
Right.
But going over there at my grandma's house, man, my uncle was smoked and jammed, and you know they had the bands going, and my grandfather was crazy as hell. My grandmother was sweet as pie. You know, just all you know. The neighborhood raised me, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm like one of those kids that the neighborhood raised for real.
But that wasn't what it was like. It was a sense of community. And somebody down the street could correct you. If you were wrong, they would say, Brad, I'm going to tell your mom. I'm going to tell your
tell her I don't give a for real. Like, people can vouch for me. Like, I was a nut growing up.
What?
And I would cuss. Yeah. My uncle would call me when I was, so I was in the kindergarten. My Uncle Rodney was in the 6th grade. So that's the only time we ever went to school together.
Right.
And he would call me from out of the house to come and curse his friends out for him.
And you like doing that too?
It was second nature to me. So
you done been around grown folks so much you heard them.
I don't know, man. I think this is genetics. You know how people play football?
Yeah, they're good at it.
Musicians? Yeah. I was my grandfather is a professional
cursor.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah.
What's your fondest memories of growing up as a child?
I think that sitting in the room. I don't want to relive this shit, man.
There were some tough times?
No, it was some great times. Sitting jamming with my uncles in the room, smoking cigarettes and shit.
How were you smoking cigarettes?
4 or 5. In their room, when they put the cigarette in the ashtray,
You grabbed it.
I grabbed those are those memories, man, that it make you think about the entire situation. You know, you're in the room with your uncle, Eric and Eddie.
Right.
My grandmother beating on the door, telling us to turn it down. My grandfather in the room cussing up a storm. You know, we just making music, bro. I remember that shit, but it's so emotional going back to growing up. I don't know if it touched other people like that, but it with me because I feel like I didn't get a chance to be a kid. I feel like I was always grown. Like, you know, I didn't realize that I was homeless until like now.
Really?
Yeah. When I left my grandmother's house.
How old were you?
Left my mom, my grandmother, I was probably 12, 13. Went to go live with Warren, his mom, and Nell, and my sister Tanya, we all. But she was always gone, so it was kind of like we raised ourselves.
Right.
You know what I mean? I got like 15, 16 years old. My mother rented an apartment in her name for me to go live in. Like,
you was living in an apartment by yourself?
Let's just call my mom, dog. Let's just do that. Because I don't want nobody to think I'm full of shit. Pause.
Hey, I've been knowing y'all these years. I've been thought that.
Nah, man.
I didn't you tell that story.
Hey, Warren Lee, I need a plug for my phone.
All right.
What the f*** on? Hey, mama.
Yeah.
So I'm here on Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharpe.
Uh-huh.
How old was I when you rented that apartment for me?
Well, I think you was either 15 or 16.
That's my mama.
Yep, and you stayed by yourself and did very well.
And have I been back home yet?
No, but I wish you would come just check on your old mother.
Yeah, that would I would.
I'm 54 years old, bro, and I ain't going back home. Mama, I love you to death. I just wanted to clear that up, man. And I know for a fact that I was smoking cigarettes.
Did you know, Mom, did you know he was smoking?
Listen to my mama. This is my mama.
You were doing everything you wanted to do. All I can tell you is that you had luck on your hand. You was charmed. You were a charmed young man. Because people loved you and they didn't even know why they loved you. That was that. Charmed.
Yeah. He kind of had that impact on people. I don't know why me and him friends either.
All I can tell you is everybody loves him. Everybody.
Yeah.
I even had people to walk up to me and say, "You have such a fine, respectful young man." I'm thinking, really? Really? Too funny. Even when he'd go buy houses and things, people would just say, "Oh, that's your son. He's just so mannerable. He's just got the best manners." Oh, Lord, what have you told these people?
You know, I tell them anything, Mama. I love you to death. I'll call you later, okay?
Okay, baby.
Thanks, Mom. All right, baby. Told you. I can't make this shit up.
Did you play sports?
I did. I was a running back.
Okay. You Saquon, you Derrick Henry, you Josh Jacobs, who you?
I was Sweetness.
You was Walter Payton.
I was Sweetness and Earl Campbell mixed in one. Because if you were standing there,
You gonna run up,
put that motherfucking helmet in your windpipe and
keep going.
keep going. I played with Allen.
Allen Aldridge was a former teammate of mine.
Yeah,
we won a
peace.
championship together. He came. I was in there, and I got there in '90. He came in '94. Rest in peace. He passed away a year or two ago. So,
I went to school with Allen.
yeah.
Love that kid.
You wrote in your autobiography, "My daddy was dad. My mama didn't want me. I didn't really get along with my stepdad, and my grandmother already had 9 kids of her own.
That's the truth.
So there really wasn't a place for me at her house either." We got very similar stories, because my grandmother had 9 kids of her own. She raised her 9 and took my mom's 3.
Damn. Cold.
Your grandmother had 9 kids, and then you have brothers and sisters.
Yeah. But my grandmother didn't have to raise my brother. Well, she raised my sister.
Right.
But she took on everybody else's children in the neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everybody else, that was their mama too.
Right.
You know. So, yeah, my grandmother was a cold piece of work, man. She never learned to drive.
No, my grandmother didn't learn to drive either.
That's crazy.
Quick to go get on the passenger side.
She'll go get in the passenger side and tell you how to drive.
And slow down. You ain't got no
You
license.
ain't got, what the hell? And then my mother would always tell her mother, how many steering wheels on this car? Yeah, my mama was cold-blooded. So I'm looking at, we're 21 years apart in all of those stages.
Right, okay.
So I'm 21 years younger than my mother. My mother's 21 years younger than my grandmother.
Wow.
Yeah. So I can see my life 21 years from now.
Wow.
And 21 years from that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And that shit always makes me think about the end, Shannon. That shit makes me think about the end. I can't focus on living.
Are you afraid of dying?
I'm not. But I'm just saying, I ain't got no time. I'm running out of time. I'm running out of time. Like that clock, man, is ticking, man. And I don't want to waste my time, bro. But they can't waste my time. That's my biggest fear, because I can't get it back.
No. Time is the most valuable currency. Because once it's gone, it's gone. It can never
get
be
your wife
recaptured.
back, get your money back, get your house back, get your all that shit
Yes.
back, get your friends back.
Can't get time back.
I seen him get his money back.
Yes.
But I ain't never seen nobody get his time back, man. And all I can think of, shit, I'm 54. Shit, I'm 54. I got a bad ticker, son kidney, and I'm like, wow.
But you still think about the 54 great years. Yes, you had open heart. I saw the scar. Yes, you have your son's kidney. I saw the scar. But 54 years, think about how.
Pause. Go ahead.
There you go.
No, because I don't want to, because niggas be like, yeah, they was in there in the room with puffing them. Like, no, we wasn't. We wasn't.
But think about the 54 great years.
Yeah, but I ain't trying to cut the off now, Shannon. Come on.
You afraid?
I'm not scared. I know that that's the inevitable, man.
Yeah.
But I don't want to run out of time right now.
No, you not. Why you thinking about that? You thinking about dying. You ain't thinking about living.
And that's my problem. I can't get past it. I played with that shit so much growing up until I'm like, shit, I cheated when I was a year, when I was 5, when I was 7, when I was 9, when I was, what year was that? We went in that store, man, and people came in there and robbed that goddamn store.
That's about 16, 17, 15, 16.
Probably 15, 16, 17. We was just leaving the Fresh Fest concert, man. And I seen, it wasn't some Hispanic cats?
They used to rob the gas station.
Yeah, they came in there, man. I say, bruh, dude got a big ass gun on him.
Let's go.
Let's go. Ain't that what I said?
Yeah, let's go.
Got out of there, man. Next morning, that shit on the news.
They shot it up.
Killed that man. Ducking death. Wow. Ducking death. So, man, you know, from being shot, you know, being in places I shouldn't have been. Being in places I was in, shit just happened. And I'm looking at how death is just saying, okay, you, come here. You, come on. I'm sitting there like, damn. Okay, now you.
It's touching people around you, but it
I mean super close. When I was in surgery, they my brother, my manager was in there while he was eating, and he was like he realized it was taking longer than it was supposed to take. And then when the doctor finally came out, when the surgeon finally came out, which is a friend of mine, he came out and he told him, man, I know that y'all probably hear this all the time, but I don't know how he's still here. Damn. You know? I don't know, bro. It's a blessing, but I don't want God to be mad at me and just keep me here and everybody be dead. Like all y'all be dead and I be in this by myself, or I just go fast. Like I
Have you been able to appreciate the life that you...
No, I have not. I have not. I have not been able to, and that sounds ungrateful as fuck. I just grew up too fast, bro. And I feel like everything that I was working for, I was working to get to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I feel like I accomplished everything that I set out to accomplish at a young age. My grandmother would always say, when she would talk to her friends at the church or on the phone or whatever, that you can never underestimate what a child is saying. Because I remember telling my grandmother and my grandfather that I was going to be a big rock and roll star. And I was going to buy my grandfather a big ass boat so we can go fishing. And I was going to get my grandma a new house. I said this out of my mouth. All right? This is what I said out of my mouth. And my grandmother, after all of this stuff started happening, she was saying you can never underestimate what comes out of a child's mouth, man, because that's what happened. And it happened so fast. By the time but I started when I was 14.
Right.
Okay, I started, trying to rap at 14, trying to DJ. I started off as a DJ at 14 years old. That's what I wanted to do.
Were you any good at it?
Focused on it. I was all right. I was good enough to make it. What you mean? God damn.
You made money? Well, I mean, you DJ at middle school parties.
I did.
I mean, you okay? I mean, they ain't want to pay no money. They probably play you.
They didn't have to pay me no money. I already had a little money.
What, you doing something shady?
What's shady?
You know what shady is?
No clue.
You shady, right?
I think you gotta do what the times call for.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, you gotta do what the times call for. And if a call came for throwing newspapers, shit, I threw the newspaper. Hey, does anybody have some toilet paper, napkins, anything? I need to blow my nose.
We got the right here.
Okay, cool. 1 second. The coldest thing about it, Shannon, is when... I'll pause this right quick, because this shit gonna sound terrible. Mute this shit. Snuffleupagus ass nigga. Yeah. Oh, big nose.
Good thing you ain't have no habit.
I can't say that.
Ah, damn, face. And you still got money?
I ain't got no money. I don't want no money. Look how this nigga looking at me. I don't got no money. I don't want no money. I don't want no money.
Okay.
Hell no. You know how when you got money? Mm-hmm. Every motherfucking body else wants your money. I don't want no money.
Your dad passed away. How old were you when your dad passed?
My biological?
Yes.
Maybe 7 or 8.
Do you remember?
I don't know him.
Okay.
I didn't never know him. Mm-hmm. But I know how he died because I have the newspaper articles on how my biological father died. Mm-hmm. He died in a woman's house because her husband or boyfriend shot him through the door. Mm. It was arguing by the woman. There you go. Arguing by the woman. And when he came to the door, the man shot him through the door and killed him. And yeah, that's why when chicks be like, I'm mad, I be like, shit, that's it.
I'm good.
Go ahead. But yeah, my dad now, my dad, he just passed. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he taught me the game, man. He taught me the real live game, the real live hustle game. My dad was the weed man. Mm-hmm. And he would have stalks of weed drying in the closet. And I would go in there and I would take the little, remember the brown, you don't know nothing about this, but they had the brown bags.
Yeah, the little nickel bag.
Yeah, it wasn't a nickel, it was a nick.
Okay, my bad. They came with that later. It wasn't no nick when you was growing up. When I was growing up, it was a nickel bag.
No, it was a nick.
It's still a nickel bag?
No, Shannon, I'm not gonna ride with this, a nick.
Okay, go ahead.
So I put it, you make you a nick.
Yeah.
And then you can make you a big dime.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So we had this parsley seed. You had parsley in the. And there go my cousin right there. We had parsley in the kitchen,
yeah.
right? Mm-hmm. So I didn't want my daddy to know I was stealing his weed. So I pop off some of that bud that was dried off real good, and I get enough, and I just step on it a little bit with some parsley seeds. Now, how in the hell did I know to do that? I don't know, but I did it.
You've been shady for a minute.
I've been shady for a minute, man. but I can honestly say my stepdad, man, taught me responsibility, man. He taught me he taught me how to be a man, bro. And you know what? He stood in the gap, bro. My cousin Vertus always say, man, we you gotta love him, man. He stood in the gap, man, because he didn't have to do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? He didn't have to do that, man.
It's not easy being a step parent.
That man didn't call me step.
He called you son.
That's it, period.
Did you always have a great relationship with him?
No. I didn't have a great relationship with my stepdad until I understood, until I grew up.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, bro, ain't trying to move me out the way. He trying to give me some game. Mm. And I think from the time when I was, when I started going back to visit, I started getting little jewels and stuff from him. And I never will forget, I was coming back from out of town and I had some stuff with me that came from my job. And I gave it to my daddy to hold it for me. And then I gave him the money. And I came back and got all my supplies that I went to work with and my money too. And it was years and years and years and years and years and years down the line. And I brought it up to him and he said, yeah. And my mama said, what?
He still had it?
No, he never told my mama about it.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And that just let me know that even more so how solid and how he stood on business, man.
Sometimes we don't appreciate stuff.
Nah, I appreciate him now because he taught me how to be responsible, man.
Right.
And I would always say that when I was up. I say, man, I don't even want to talk to my daddy about it. Because he'd always drill in my head about being responsible, man. Be responsible. This is you. And I got a lot of respect for that man. Rest in peace to Willie Terry, because he was a hell of a dude, bro.
I read that you used to write down all the sayings. I lived with my grandmother, and I can recite all the sayings her and my grandfather would say. Why did you do that?
I don't know, man. You know what? You don't realize how smart a person was until you don't have them around, mm-hmm. or you take that phrase, you don't get old being no fool, mm-hmm. for granted growing up. Mm-hmm. But when you think about it, hell, my grandmother was 93, 94 years old when she got out of here. So I know she wasn't no damn fool. And she had plenty of sense, man. And
it's not like the education, because a lot of these people, they quit school in second, third grade.
Yeah, I'm one of them people that quit. Don't laugh at me.
Hold on, time out. We got to go back. You just said that Skyline, right?
Willow Ridge.
Willow Ridge.
Yeah.
They having a class reunion, 35 year.
Yeah.
How you get to go?
I was there.
No. You quit before they got there.
No, I was there.
No, just because you started that class, you got to finish.
Oh, no, I was way gone.
Yeah, well, you don't get to go to the reunion.
Well, they would tell them that, man, because they calling me. I've been to every last reunion. I've been to all.
How you get to go to the reunion,
Call them.
Am I missing something?
impact on my class, man.
Face, what grade did you go to?
9th and a half.
You don't go that far. Why you couldn't finish the other 2.5?
For what? And I don't want to say that. I don't want nobody to hear me say that, but for what?
Because
I can count. I can read. I can multiply.
Yeah.
Oh, you cheat like a motherfucker.
No. See, actually, you're supposed to put a drop in there, and it opens up the body.
Let me see.
No, you got to put a drop in there.
Open up the box.
I got a concert tonight, bro.
I know.
Yeah, they let me. Well,
So you went to the 5-year, the 10-year, the 15, the 20, 25, 30?
yeah, I go to 2 class reunions.
How?
Because I was in both classes. I kind of did what the I wanted to do and all that.
That's apparent.
For real.
You could consider you going to class reunion that you ain't graduated.
I had a math teacher, y'all, that would sit my desk out in the hall every time I came to her class. She knew that I was coming, and she'd have a desk in the hall for me.
Because you want some bull jive.
Nah, I wasn't on no bull job. I forgot. You don't curse, so I ain't gonna curse no more. He don't like that shit. So, I mean, because when I finish with my work, I'm gone.
Right.
I couldn't sit still, man. You know?
Yeah.
My mom would always say, what's going on in here? What is going on in here? No, mama. She'd say, well, I don't want you driving no more because you're not focused. She would always say that she don't want me driving. She wants somebody else to drive for me because I have too much going on in my head. And Margot riding the hill always be laughing at me, you know, because I'd be on the phone talking, I'd be looking in the back seat and driving. And, yeah. So,
as a child, did you feel different?
Lord.
Did you think you were different? Because you had all these thoughts in your head? Did you talk to any of your friends like, man, I be thinking this? And they...
You know, I went to, you know, they put me in an institution for this. You know that, right? That's in my book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they put me in the, I spent some time in one of those things, man, because of...
They put you in the 5150 hole. That's a psych hole.
Yeah, I was on the hold, but I was in there. And I spent I stayed out a long ass time.
Do you remember how old you were? I mean,
I was pre-ad, so it had to be 11, 12 years old. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't quite an adolescent yet. So
were you doing things? I mean, what were you doing that they thought that this would benefit you?
What was I doing?
Yeah.
They said that I was manic depressive and with suicidal tendencies. They thought that I was going to kill myself. And I never said I was going to kill myself. I did cut my wrist a couple of times. I did overdose a couple of times. But I realize now, you know, that being older, that if you really wanted to just die, you would just die.
Were you looking for attention?
So maybe I was seeking some attention that wasn't there, that has never been there. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna say, I say it 1,000 times, but I wasn't controlled. I didn't have parents that'll, you know, stop me from
You didn't have
doing it.
guardrails. You didn't have
no guardrails. I didn't have no boundaries. You know, my uncles were already grown.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
you doing what they do.
I'm doing what they doing. I'm smoking cigarettes. I'm smoking weed. I got Indian charges. You know what? I smoked crack for the first time in 1983 when the shit was cool.
That's at the height of the epidemic. In the 80s, in the beginning?
No, that was the cool part in the 80s. Because you had functioning,
fiends.
You can't say addicts, man. That's not fiends. Proper. They weren't fiends, they just were users.
Right. But you do realize, like, the 80s, that ushered in the crap.
No, it ushered it in, but back in the early 80s, it was cool. Trust me. And now in the 80s, when I got a hold to the shit and started, it wasn't cool no more.
Right.
That's when the shit started not getting cool. But
so that was before they started stealing TVs and VCRs.
Yeah, that's when they started pawning shit. Yeah. That's when my game switched.
Right.
So I never got hooked on dope.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, my uncle would come in from the construction on another thing too. Like it was all black construction concrete workers and flag men on the side of the road when we were growing up. And then it changed. And I will get back to that. But my uncle would come in, man, he'd have an 8-ball, man. I learned how to cook. He put that shit in the beaker and he'd hit it with the torch and put water in there and burn it until it turned into a long little thing, and it fall out. And I hit it one time. There it is. But I wasn't but 11, 12 years old.
When you say you never got a chance to be a kid, you never got a chance to be a kid.
I never got a chance to be a kid.
You also, how old were you when you said living is hard, dying is the easy part?
I was this many years old. It was now. It was an adult. Like, dying's the easy part. And that's why I said again, man, I was probably trying to get some attention from seeking attention from people that pay no attention to nothing.
You're actually your biological father?
I didn't know my biological father at all. At all. But I do know the side of my biological's family. And I met my cousin in Chicago when we were adults.
Wow.
And he said my daddy's name. And I said, yeah, this knows something. Because don't nobody know his name. You know what I mean? And then we've been super duper tight. And I got a couple other cousins that I met over that span too. But I didn't know my dad, my biological at all.
How do you learn to deal with those demons? Because you said there are things going in your head, cut yourself, and you tried some other things. Have you learned? Because I think, and we're going to get to this, I think that's a lot of where your creativity...
Man, are you a psychiatrist or something, bro? Did you go to school for this shit?
I took a couple of classes.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. You trying to dig this shit out? Well, how did you feel when you were 7 and you're...
But I'm just saying because, listening to your raps and seeing a man die, seeing a man cry, and the way you rap and the creativity, I don't know if you know this guy. There's a poet, William Cullen Bryant, and he wrote a lot about death. Phantopsis is his famous poem.
I'm going to go into this, but I regret writing about death. Writing so much or the state of being,
Why?
dead. I regret writing about that shit because now it's so close, man.
Have you always thought about dying? Or once you got to your 40s or 50s?
I have. No, I've always thought about dying. Like, I've always wanted to see how it felt to just die. And then, like, come back and tell them, like, bruh, you don't want
this ain't what you want.
No, you don't go in there.
Yeah.
But no, on the cool, man, I always felt like
Did you share these thoughts?
I did.
You did?
And on a lot of my songs.
No, I'm saying...
I had nobody to talk to.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So I talked through my pen. I didn't have nobody to talk to. And I feel like if I told somebody how I felt or told somebody, what I was thinking, they'd probably think I was crazy.
Yeah, we gonna say that.
Yeah. So
it's like a man face Brad get a check.
Yeah. And now at this age, I don't care what they think. I've already been through it.
Right.
I'm coming out of the storm.
So your friends didn't know, or did they?
I didn't have any friends.
Damn.
I don't think I had. I had people I hung out with sometimes, but I didn't really have no friends.
Right.
I didn't really, that's crazy though. You know how you got a whole lot of friends you grew up with, and they was your friends, and y'all was friends, but I didn't really got no whole lot of friends like that. I think it was probably because I lived in two different households, when I was with my grandmother, my uncles was my friends. And they friends was my friends, you know.
So you've always had an old soul because that's all you've ever been around. You've never been around really
Probably
nobody
true.
your age.
You know, my oldest friend that I've known in my life, my oldest friend that I met probably when I was 1 or 2 or 3 years old, died the other day from a massive heart attack. And I'm thinking to myself, like, wow, here we go.
Calling everybody except Brad.
Yeah, and why me?
You said you dropped out of school in the 9th grade.
9th and a half.
9th and a half, so you was almost a sophomore.
Almost.
When you told did you tell your mom that you was dropping? You tell your grandma? What did they say? Or you just didn't go to school one day?
I didn't live with them, bro. I was gone.
So they didn't know if you was going to school or not anyway?
Who cared? I was already gone. My mama got me an apartment, man. She just said it.
Yeah, she said it.
She got me
15,
an
16,
apartment.
and you did quite well.
Yeah.
If you had lived with your mom, you lived with your grandma, do you believe you'd have quit school?
Yeah. Maybe. No, you know what? I would have quit school. You know why?
Why?
Because no pass, no play came into it.
Well, damn, face.
Yeah. And I was smart as you could imagine, but it was just boring to me. You know, and when they implemented the no pass, no play, like I was a football player, man.
Right.
I wanted to play football, and when they said no more football, I didn't even want to go to school no more.
So what am I going to school for? Because I'm really just going to school
Yeah, man.
to play football.
I can add, subtract, read, and write, but I want to play. I want to play.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I want to play football.
Is it true you beat up the principal?
I did.
Why you beat the principal? That man old.
He wasn't old. He wasn't old back then.
He was old. He had to be in his 30s.
That wasn't old.
You was 14, 15.
I wasn't that old.
Well, damn, how old were you when you beat the...
I was in like the 6th or 7th grade.
Damn.
I had a fight with somebody in the Commons locker area. And his brother came by to the fight. So I gave him the business, I gave his brother the business, and then one of the principals came by, was trying to pull me, but they wasn't pulling him, so I gave them the business, and then the other principal, Miss Kyle, she came by, I gave her the business.
Yeah, you had to go to school. You wasn't going to be able to go back to that school. You might have went to school somewhere else in another district, but you wasn't going back there no more, face.
If I would have really wanted to go back to that school, I could have went back to that school.
Now that you done beat up the whole damn school.
Didn't matter. If I was determined to go back, as a matter of fact, I think all I had to do was like 2 or 3 months in
school
alternative school, and I didn't do that. I didn't do it.
Why were you acting out?
I don't think it was acting out. I just didn't want to be with. You know what I mean? Like, I'm cool as hell, man, until you push that button.
But you effing with people.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm cool as hell, man. Just don't with me. Don't push him out, cause he'll come. You know what I mean? I've been keeping him nice and hid for these years.
And like, they brought something out of you that day.
Oh my God! You don't want to see him. I don't want to see him no more. I don't want to see him. Remember when we were sitting there, I say, man, I ain't got no whole lot of people I ride around. I don't ride around with nobody.
Yeah, I know.
I ride around with a pistol, because I know what I'm going to do.
Right.
I know what I'm going to do. Don't make me make that decision.
Can we leave the pistol home when I come to Houston?
No.
Oh, Lord. I'm just going to meet you there. I'm just going to meet you at the spot.
drive.
Yeah, I'm going to meet you at the spot.
Yeah, you can meet me. And you're not coming to Houston.
I am coming to Houston.
I'm not going to call when I come to get you.
I almost moved to Houston.
That'd have been a disaster.
Came close. It came down to Vegas and Houston. You see, the team be wanting to move to Houston so bad.
They want to go?
Yes.
Shit.
Man, you could be neighbors possible.
No. Hell no.
You're alone with your apartment. 'Cause I mean, cause like when you're on your own, you could do a lot of stuff. So you got an apartment and you start selling.
No.
You were selling before then?
No, way before then. I worked at a movie theater. Selling what?
Drugs.
No, man, I ain't never sold no drugs, man.
So when you was stealing your stepfather's weed, you were just smoking it. You and the boys were smoking it, or you just smoking it?
I was stealing weed and putting parsley seeds with the weed.
But what were you doing with it? You wasn't just people don't just steal just to steal. That's the part I'm trying to get to.
Well, I would roll up $2 squares, and if anybody wanted to buy a square,
so you were selling drugs.
I wasn't selling drugs. That's weed.
Okay, you were selling weed.
But I was like 7, 8 years old.
Oh Lord,
I wasn't just Nino Brown.
Nah, but Nino Brown didn't start.
But this is my personal.
Right.
You know, I'm just not gonna give it away. If you wanted, that's $2 square. And if I had a nick on me,
yeah.
And my nicks never was real nicks though.
So
no, they wasn't real. They were never real nicks, man. Cause I'd roll me a couple of squares out the nick, and I'd sell it so it'd be a couple of squares short.
Yeah.
A nick, how many squares could you get out of a nick back in the game? By 3?
3.
By 3 or 4? So y'all know they wasn't cutting but 2 out.
But the thing is, you probably that homegrown, so they was bumped to begin with.
That homegrown. No, you ever had some homegrown? Golly. That is the most terrible weed ever, man. But
you know when that day cut some grass and let it dry.
No, man, no. That homegrown, I don't even, it just give you an eye high.
Yeah.
Like your eyes just be high. You don't really be high though. But I never, I had a job and I worked at the movie theater. But before the movie theater, I had another job. I had a hustle.
Yeah.
So I was hustling. All right.
Did you let your homies in the movie theater free, or you let them cut? Hey, give me $1, I'll let you in.
No, I just let them in. Matter of fact, I didn't really have no homies, man, that would come by there like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I was too young to be working anyway.
Right.
I was like,
it wasn't too long back then because they put your ass to work. 7, 8.
Bro, you had to be.
You were supposed to be.
Right. Excuse me. And these were white people.
Right.
I worked in Bel Air at a movie theater.
Right.
You had to work like 8 hours a day sometimes. And me being 16 years old, you know, they wondering why I ain't in school. So I told them that I was 18 years old, right? So I can keep that job.
So you can keep that job.
But I filled out an application at this hypermart called Ocean.
Okay.
They had just built the biggest, it's big like Walmart, like Sam's or something, big. And I worked as a stock boy at night and overnight. And I worked a few days, man, and they wrote that I had a check, man. That check was $400 and something.
That was a lot of money back then.
That was a lot of money for a couple of days of work, right?
Yeah.
So I went and got my check and I never went back to work.
Well, damn, did you want another check?
I invested in
your other business.
In my business. Yeah.
Investment.
I invested, yeah. And then when I started making music, I had a lot to talk about.
Right.
Because I knew several businesses.
You had a, as they say, you had life experience. You lived life more by the time you were 16, 17 than most people live.
For sure. No question about it. Yeah, for sure. Remember, we was 8 years old, and we used to wear these medallions that we got from the game room down the street. And they would ask us, the guy would swear us in, we'd take an oath. You know, I solemnly swear to protect the weak and blah, 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 right? So guy walks into this place called You Told Him. We was kids, man. And we were hiding in there, and they robbed that place, and they shot that clerk, man. Never will forget that.
You were there?
Yeah. Me and another couple of buddies of mine, we were there. I was, this lady had got shot in our apartment complex. And it's the first time that I ever seen like blood like that. and it was thick. Like, I can't even describe how thick it was. But it was so thick, man. And that lady was dead. Her husband killed her. And that lady was dead. And that blood was thick, bro. It was so thick. Yeah, as a kid, man, I was traumatized, man, by just different stuff I seen over the years. You know, the first starting of my career, you know, every concert we had, somebody would get killed. You know, two girls in I don't know if that was San Diego or somewhere we was at.
Yep.
San Diego?
Yep.
So we was in San Diego and we finished the concert and got ready to leave. There was two girls laying out on the side of a Volkswagen Bug dead. Like, all the shows, man, somebody got shot. Somebody got this, somebody got that. In every neighborhood that we lived in, somebody was, man, I remember we used to have parties in the house parties, man, and we would go in that house party, even go to the great skate. We would go in there to fight, man. And I always had a pistol on me. Always had a pistol.
Your uncle stole from you, and your is it? I think it was in your book where you said your uncle stole from you, and your grandfather shot at you.
Yeah.
Your uncle stole money. What did he steal from you?
Some material that I have to use to go to work with.
It was like wrenches, like a monkey wrench, and
Hammer,
hammer,
I
stuff
needed that
like
for my job.
Yeah.
I needed it for my
you
job.
construction worker. Yeah. How you gonna do your job
if I don't have my stuff to do my job with? So we had a fight.
How do you know he stole it?
Because didn't nobody else know where it was.
So you fought your uncle?
Yeah.
You get it back?
No.
You beat your uncle up?
I did.
Did you apologize to him?
I do.
You didn't at the time, but you do now.
Yeah.
Why your grandfather shoot at you?
Cause you got that. You got to keep him in there, man. You got to keep him in there, cause you let him out, bruh.
Yeah.
That shit is bad.
Right.
So he shot at me, and I heard a. You sure right, bro. Yep.
The tools that you needed to go to work with, did you ever use any of those tools?
I did.
Did you get hooked?
I didn't get hooked. I didn't get addicted. But I used it before, yeah. You have to make sure that the frame that you build, you gotta make sure it's okay.
That's right.
Yeah, you don't want the ceiling to fall in when you start walking on the roof, do you?
You tried to rob a bank. So who tries to rob? So what was your thought process in that?
What?
You robbing a bank?
I ain't never tried to rob no bank.
You weren't successful?
No, I don't want to rob no bank.
That's where the money at.
Me?
Yeah.
Rob a bank? Mm-hmm. Nah, bro, my name Brad, not Rob.
When did you say, you know what? Enough of all this other stuff that I got going on. I'm going to the rap game.
Mm-mm.
You didn't make it. It didn't happen like that.
Nope.
So how did you start rapping?
How'd I start rapping?
Yeah.
It was a cool ass pastime in junior high school and high school.
Okay.
Right? Rapping.
You was only there for a year and a half in high school, so it wasn't that cool.
It was cool.
Okay.
Because everybody went from one school to the next, so we all knew each other. So it kind of feel like I did graduate, you know. Kind of feel like I was still in school with everybody.
Okay.
To this day.
Yeah.
We still together. I feel like when I first started growing a passion in rapping, for rapping, you know, was listening to everybody. And then when I heard KRS-One, I think that's when I really wanted to start to be a rapper. When I heard Ice-T, I really wanted to be a rapper. When I heard Ice Cube, I really wanted to be a rapper. Now listening to LL Cool J and Big Daddy Kane let me know that I couldn't be a rapper. You know, because they were just so immaculately skilled. Not that none of the other artists that I mentioned aren't, but it was just, when I heard that, I was like, you know what? I want to do this.
Yeah.
All right. But so I ended up making a couple of records with a guy in Houston. And I made a song called Scarface. And it came out, it was the first one that's the first one that we probably ain't heard yet. But a buddy of mine, Chris Barrier, rest in peace, they called him 3-2, we were together. And we made he made a record, I don't remember the name of it, but it was more of a radio-friendly record. And the record label wanted to go with that because it was more user-friendly, right? And on the other side of town, there was another kid that wanted to put me, that liked what I was saying and wanted to put me, you know, in a group. Now, mind you, about 3 or 4 months before that, I had rode the bus over to the car lot to play some songs for him, and one of the cats was like, "That's not what we're looking for." And then, like a few months later, you know, Steve Fournier played a record for Lil J at the Rhinestone Wrangler parking lot, and shit, dude was at my house. And I was like, man, how you find me?
Just like that.
Yeah.
You mentioned KRS-One, known as a lyricist. Big Daddy Kane, lyricist. Rakim, lyricist. People put you in that. And you are a storyteller. And that people that, you know what I noticed, and I'm a storyteller because I hung around a lot of old people, and old people told stories. You know, go get your haircut at the barbershop, and they playing checkers, and they telling old men telling stories.
Yeah.
You're a storyteller. Is that how you thought your rap career did? So what were you hoping to be as a rapper? What was going to be?
I didn't know. I knew that Ice-T told a cold ass story. You know, 6 in the morning, police at my door. Fresh chili this week. So you know, it's clicking now. Ice Cube, Once Upon a Time in the Projects, yo. So we can't just say that my storytelling is all that. But you know, what about Will Smith's storytelling? You know, like Will Smith had some cold ass stories, man. Have you ever in your life experienced a day when nothing at all seems to go your way? Like Dana Dane.
Yeah.
Hell of a storytellers, man. I grew up in the era of hip hop where it was a force to be reckoned with, man. They had some nice, and you love to hear the story again and again, how it all got started way back when. Like that, those are immaculate come lines, man. Those are beautiful openings to a book. Bruh, you have to have that in order to be a cold-blooded lyricist, storyteller, and they had that, and it just came through me too.
Do we have that now?
In some cases, yeah. You got some nice ass storytellers in rap right now.
If I were to ask you, give me your top 5 lyricists of all time.
All times?
All time. Top 5.
I don't have a top 5 like that. Some greats? I'll give you some names of some greats. Kane is a great. Rakim is a great. Chris is a great. KRS-One.
Yeah.
That's LL? That's a LL?
Yeah, you didn't.
I did not?
No, you didn't.
L's a great. Great lyricist. Nas is a great.
Yeah.
Jay-Z is a great. I mean, I don't have a top 5.
Right.
You know, like my top 5 are going to the top thousands. You know, I think that Pac, I think that Cube, I think that Shan and who am I missing? Like I can't because I'll miss everybody.
Yeah.
Q-Tip is great.
Yeah.
You know, T.I. is a great. Wayne is a great.
You were named Lyricist of the Year in 2001. You beat Hov, beat M, Prodigy, Talib Kweli.
Who?
You beat Hov, M, Prodigy.
You surprised?
Damn, I mean, damn.
No, I'm just messing. Nah, I mean, I'm honored to be among the greats. You know,
how does that make you feel when people talk about lyricists, when they mention the KRS-Ones, when they mention the BDK, Big Daddy Kane, when they mention Rakim?
That's in a selected few conversations, man. That my name pops up. I'm not mad, or I don't feel nothing.
Right.
You know, I think that everybody's entitled to their opinion, though.
Right.
You feel me? Like, it's people that people think just like the best rappers in the world, and I don't even see them. You know what I mean? Oh man, he's back. Nah.
Nah. Chris Rock said you one of the top 3 all time.
Nah, top 3 all times is.
If somebody had to say, okay, for your life, we're gonna add 10 extra years to your life. Give me your top 4 rappers all time.
4?
4. Give me your top 4. We're gonna add 10 years to your life because we know you ain't trying to go see the.
I just say, f it. Take 10 up. For real, man. For real.
You ain't trying to go like that.
I don't care, man. I don't have a top 4, man. Like I would say my top 4 influences. Then
Yeah.
Can I say that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say Chuck.
Chuck D.
I'm gonna say Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Ice Cube. Shooty, man. I gotta say Cool J because it was just music that dude put out that really inspired me to want to be this, man.
Yeah. I saw those guys, the concerts. I saw LL, the Fat Boys.
I was there. That's what I was talking about.
Run DMC, Houdini.
Yep. I saw the Fresh Fest.
I saw all them in concert one year. I think it was like 1986.
Yeah, that's the year. That's the year that that's the concert we were coming from when dude robbed that store and killed the clerk.
Yeah. Wow.
That's the concert we were coming from. It was called the Fresh Fest.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Do you really, I mean, because for me, I don't think these artists, a lot of times the artists today and people that follow rap and hip hop today, I don't think they give that generation the credit that they deserve. Because now, face it, feel like if they didn't see it, it didn't happen on the internet yesterday, it ain't happened. Does that frustrate you?
I think it's, as shameful as it is, man, I can understand that because look at what they're doing with Black history.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like it's Black history is becoming extinct. And you know, the more and more we try to talk about it and bring it to the forefront, the more they try to hide it. Okay? So I understand. And I would if I was trying to brainwash people, man, I would do it exactly like that. I would first take their history away and then I would poison their music. That's exactly what I would do. Because it's really, like I remember back in the Gap, man, it was all fire and 1 or 2, that slipped through the crack.
Right.
But now it's 1 or 2 fires and everything slipped through the crack. It's my opinion, though, shit. I'm different. I'm cut different. I'm a little older, and I know what it's supposed to sound like. You know, I know the elements of hip hop. I was blessed enough to come up in an era where
Came up in the golden era.
the golden era, yeah, and I can actually go and thank my the ones that came before me. I can thank them for the ground that they laid for me to stand on, man. Like I see Kane, you know, and I see Earl all the time, man, and I thank them. Even Red Alert and Kid Capri, I thank them for letting me, you know, be a part of this. But I had the opportunity to sit down with DJ Casanova Fly. I'm the CASN, the OVA, and the SFLY. He stole the man's whole rap. That was Big Bang Hank. He wasn't Casanova Fly.
Right.
But I heard the story along with, so it's Kumo D, Casanova Fly, and Fab Five Freddy having a talk, man, about hip hop, man, and I have never felt so unworthy to be in a room in my life, bro. Like, I don't feel worthy to be in there with that. Because when they talk about it from the beginning, like it gives what Shan said, you love to hear the story again and again of how it all got started way back when, and give it a whole new meaning when you sit and you listen to them talk about hip hop from the conception of it.
The 50 years at the beginning.
Yeah, man, it was unbelievable, man. And I was a fly on the wall in that room listening to those voices tell that story, man. And I was like, wow, I'm not worthy.
Storytelling. How did that become a part of, because that's who you are. You're a storyteller.
You know, I think it was in my English class. My English
Must have been
teacher.
early.
Yeah, it was early.
Okay.
You trying to be funny?
We told you I'm gonna get your ass back on it.
Yeah.
All the time you be popping on the.
Yeah, I be popping on Shannon ass hard, man. You see, I ain't fired you up on camera,
but
I'm not gonna do it.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Right, you got it.
I appreciate that.
You got it.
But I already know you got something tomorrow.
I got some shit now. Hey, so my English teacher, when I was probably in the 3rd grade, used to always tell me about writing, man. Writing, your story had to have a beginning. It had to have a body, a climax, and then an ending. So I always tried to write my records like that.
Okay.
You know, to drag you into the story, man, to give you to grab you and put you in that motherfucker like, oh shit, I'm in. You know, and then take you to the climax of it and then end it.
Yeah.
So so it's just some old English. Was it English, man, or was it a reading class or a writing class? I don't know.
Right.
But whatever class it was, it gave me that.
Yeah. Because every every story has to have a start, it has to have a middle, it has to have an end.
Yeah. And that's what he said, a beginning, a body, a climax, and an ending. Yeah. So I took something from school.
Right. You were featured on Biggie posthumous. Did you ever meet?
I met Biggie. Yeah. I did. I met him in Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
I met him there. Yeah. Cool dude, man. I never spent a lot of time with Biggie.
Right.
But I did have the honor of being on one of the records from the Biggie duets.
Right.
So I'm on that. Yeah.
Pac.
Spent a lot of time with Tupac.
Because we were discussing that Smile might have been the last studio thing he recorded.
I can't say that. Because he was always in the studio. I probably left the studio and he did 35 more records that night.
Maybe.
You know, he was a workaholic, man.
But probably, though, we'd have heard about it.
True.
What was he like?
Pac was wild. He had a 0 to 100. 0, 1. I have never seen him on 0 though. Always seen him on 100. I've always seen him on 100. And Yeah, I ain't never seen him down. He was always on fire. I remember one time, true story, where's Warren? So Pocket came to my room, and I hate when Warren bring people to my room. So my brother brought Tupac to my room. We staying in the La Montrose in L.A. And Warren, I hate this, man, but he knocked on my door. I opened the door, and it's Tupac and Warren. Warren left. Tupac come in the room, man, and this is the first time we started smoking the weed from California.
Uh-oh.
So I was really, 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 really high.
Yeah.
And I had a suite, and it had 2 beds, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm high, I'm watching TV, man, and Pac come in there with all that loud ass shit, man. And I grabbed the remote control, and I just handed it to him. He was in there, yeah, man, we're gonna show something with this. He sat there on the bed for a minute, man, flipping through the channels. He walked to the patio door, looked out, and he seen Suge in a red Mercedes-Benz. And he left. I don't think that Pac was that cool with Suge back then.
Right.
Because he did leave. And I don't know, they could have been the best of friends, but I know that he was gone.
Right.
And we ended up getting out and going out somewhere, and I didn't see Pac no more. But me and Pac been on tours together.
Right.
You know, we've been in Atlanta together. That's my partner, man. Like I would talk to Tupac on the phone before he was Me Against the not Me Against the World, but what's the other album? All Eyes. I talked to Tupac before he was All Eyes on Me. Mm-hmm. All right, me and Pac been down since Tupacalypse, now Pac. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's the Pac I know. I know the this is for my Pac.
Wow.
Yeah, I know that Pac.
How is his writing style different than yours?
I don't know.
You never seen him write anything?
No, but I can tell you that I was his favorite rapper, and he was mine. Mm. So I leave that where it's at. Wow. So maybe we did have similar writing styles, but we never wrote together. As a matter of fact, he would always be mad at me because it took me so long to write records. You know, he pissed at me, man. Every time he comes to the studio, yeah, man, let's get up. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go. No, I'm not going there.
Right.
I'm not going anywhere with Pac to begin with because he doesn't have a driver's license. Now, well, back then he may have got one, you know, later. But he didn't have no driver's license.
But he drive with no license.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And he couldn't drive, man. And people he trying to get me to roll in that Hummer one time. And somebody had a picture of that Hummer on the internet, man. And I was like, damn, man, that shot me back. But he couldn't drive, man. And he was wild. And he'd be drinking and he'd be smoking weed and shit. No, man, I'm not finna ride with him.
He ain't got no license, he drinking, smoking weed, he's not a very good driver.
No, that's a recipe for disaster, man. Yeah. And to prevent shit is always better than trying to cure it. So no Pac. No sir.
You told a story about Jay-Z and how you were in the studio and he's like, yeah, I like this one. He gets up, goes into the booth. Ain't write nothing down.
No. Oh no.
And all right. Dap you up and peaced out.
I mean, like, damn, I'm sitting in front of the board, stuck, listening to the beat. He already rapped. But he'll sit in that little corner, maybe. I know you probably seen on the Timberland, when they dust your shoulders off and hear the beat, and he rocking and shit, and all of a sudden he gonna take the vocal. Yeah.
Tell the story of how you said Jay-Z helped you when you were at your worst. We've heard stories about him, what he did for Lil Wayne. We heard what he did. Lil Wayne had some tax trouble. Jay-Z, clear. He let DMX leave. Was in debt. Let him leave. I think 20 21 Savage helped him get an immigration lawyer. So we've heard these great stories, no matter what people try to say bad about him, negative about him, but we hear more positive, great stories. Tell your story.
So you remember when I caught the COVID and kidney failure and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jay-Z chunked me a lifeline. And you know when I had the kidney and the COVID and the kidney, yeah, DJ Khaled chunked me a lifeline. Yeah. So can't nobody tell me shit about Jay-Z and DJ Khaled.
Wow.
Because they chunked me a lifeline, and you know, I'm thankful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I wasn't working.
Right.
But yeah, so shout out to Hov and DJ Khaled. You know, I always talk to when I talk to Jay-Z, I call him the keeper of the culture, man, because he do that Big Brother shit.
Yeah.
You know.
You think Hov would do another album?
For what?
Because people say like for him to do something.
For what?
It's got to move him. It's got to be something that calls out to him. And right now ain't nothing calling.
Let me tell you something, man. So let me say this so I won't be misunderstood. He don't have no reason to rap no more. You know, we rap because we was hungry, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like we spoke our heart and told our side of the story because we was starving, man. You know. We ain't starving no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do, absolutely.
Like that man not starving no more, man.
Not in the least.
That man got kids. You see how he prepping them girls, man? You see that? Mm-hmm. That's crazy, ain't it, man? It's unbelievable, man. And I've been knowing that baby since she was a baby. Mm-hmm. And to see her up there with her mama, I'm like, God. I call him, man. I say, boy.
Wayne, didn't we tell you?
That ain't Wayne.
I mean,
that's Warren.
Warren. We asked.
He can't help it. He can't help it.
He can't.
He cannot help that shit. Man, ever since we was kids, bruh, he was always on the phone. He always on the phone. Always. He on the phone, sleep. He on the phone, FaceTime driving and not saying nothing.
We got to do better.
Like he just on the look. His earphones is
got the earpods in.
He is on the phone, and he ain't talking about shit because his mouth ain't even moving.
Nah, he just listening.
He just there.
He might be listening to a beat.
He not listening to no beat. That nigga can't rap. God damn.
Oh, help me understand this. I know you heard it because he came on Nightcap. Jim Jones and his influence in Nas. You cool with Jim?
I love Jim Jones.
But he out his mind, ain't he?
I don't know why I'm not gonna say shit about nothing.
You okay with beefs? You ever have a rap beef with anybody?
No, I don't want no beef. I don't.
When you and you never.
I don't want to.
Are beef good?
Beef? Is it beef? No, nigga, what you want to do? Like all that talking, nigga, what you want to do? Like all that talk, what you want to do?
They want to talk. No,
I don't want any talking. What you want to do? Well, keep my name out your mouth, punk. Period. Don't say shit about me. Like that's how I feel about it.
That's how you feel about it.
Yeah.
So you ain't gonna have no beef.
Nigga, I'm done now. What the I'm gonna be beefing for now?
Yeah, you know.
What the you want beef? Oh, you want beef now that I ain't rapping no more? You. Now you want a beef? No, I don't want no smoke from nobody. In all honesty, man, because I can't control what nobody else do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can't control what nobody else do. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Right.
But I don't have no control over what somebody else do.
Right.
And back when we took that shit so serious and so personal, man. They take it personal, man.
Right.
And I don't never want to be involved in that kind of stuff, man.
Right. You have a great relationship with Cube because you've been on a lot of the soundtracks.
A mentor. He's a mentor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's a mentor. We made a song I leave that. But yeah, he's a mentor.
You work with Master P. You work with some heavyweights, Face.
I did. So I was listening to a song. I'm gonna go back to the Cube shit. So I'm listening to a record that me and Cube did. We sitting in the studio listening together, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm listening, and he listening, and I'm like, and he's like, is that you or me? I said, I don't know. Damn. Because that's how similar our styles and delivery is, you know. That's how much influence that and impact that he has and had on my career.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's certain shit that we don't know the difference between. Like I have songs with Cube that we don't know the difference.
Wow.
Who's who? You know, you can tell in the rap part, but you can't tell in certain areas where you saying shit. Like, who is that? That's you? No, that's me. No, that's me.
Where are you on ghostwriting? Because some people like it's okay, then some people like, I mean, because nobody
I think now, who cares?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But back then,
yeah.
MC Light said it the best. He said, whoever wrote your rhymes might as well hold your microphone.
Damn.
But now I don't give a I'm not in no more. I don't care. Right. Do you? However you get in, like everything has changed, man. They had the no snitch policy in effect. Everything has changed, man. Right. Everybody telling everybody business.
True.
Yeah. So no, things have changed, bro. So the right to rhyme policy,
yeah,
whatever.
Drake moved to Houston. You ain't tell him not to come.
Drake don't live in Houston.
He got a place in Houston.
He live in the country.
So, I want to live in the country too.
Okay, go move to the country. You have more fun out there, but you have a lot of nah, hell no. I know what you're trying to do.
Look, just show me around. Just show me where I need to live. Face.
I'll show you where you need to live.
Okay.
But after that, that's it.
Nah.
I'm not going no where with you.
Face, bro. We gonna kick it. I ain't got nobody.
I know you lying.
We gonna kick it.
I know.
Drake said UK rappers are better than American rappers. I don't know a whole lot of UK rappers.
I you know what? I don't know any UK rappers, but I don't have nothing against them, UK but that's like me saying Kobe was better than Jordan.
Yeah.
You know, you had a blueprint to study.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jordan created the blueprint for you to study. So for Kobe to be better than him, that's a possibility.
Right.
You know, if you study the blueprint enough, you become the blueprint.
Right.
So if UK rappers are better than the rappers from the United States, they had enough to study.
True.
Okay?
Yeah.
And they had enough time to study it. Mm-hmm. All right? So no comment. I mean, that's my comment.
If you were to get, let's say, you know what, somebody get Face to come out, who would you like to get on the beat with?
Nobody.
Can't nobody get you to come out of retirement?
I'm done. I got on Cube's ego.
Yeah. But that's it. That's best you're gonna do.
Yeah. Ice Cube, I come out for Ice Cube.
Okay.
I did come out for Cube.
Right. Houston, you got Beyonce, you got Meg, you got Travis Scott, you got Lizzo, you got Bun B. Y'all, what's in Houston? What are we missing about Houston?
Hell, the cat out the bag there. Everybody moving now.
Got room for one more?
Hell no, man. Because you bring company. So, yeah, we got some dope ass artists, man. You missing the lot out of Houston, man. You know, you missing a lot. You got Slim's a native, Kiki's a native.
Yeah.
Paul.
Paul Wall.
Yeah.
Lil Kiki.
Yeah, Kiki. Yeah. Sauce
Walker. Yeah.
Clay, Kyleon. Like you got some heat coming out of Houston, man. They can really go. K Reno is one of the guys that came up a little before I did, and I think he's the epitome of what Houston rap should have been.
Right.
You know, or could have been, because he's a lyrical giant in it, you know. Matter of fact, he's on my album. I can't remember the song, but he's on the Emeritus album with the song of me, Slim, and K Reno. But he's a pillar in Houston hip hop, man. And there's a few more, but we got some smoke out there, man.
Yeah, you do. You do.
You know.
Do you think people start beefs now just to get attention? Because I see a lot of people going at somebody, I'm like, I didn't even know they were beefing. When did this happen?
You're asking about rapping, man. I don't know too much about it no more. You know, I always thought that if you had a beef, when you all right, the motherfucking window closing, I'm gonna get one. But not
I got the edit button.
Oh, you got dang sure do. When you beefing with somebody, man, somebody actually did something to you back then.
Okay. Yeah, for
I
sure.
mean?
Okay.
You know, and when you saw each other, you fought. All right. Perfect example is like Ice Cube and WA when Cube left the group, and they both were at the New Music Seminar in New York. They fought. All right.
Yeah.
So when you got a beef, man, they fight. You fight.
Right.
You diss somebody on the record. When you see him, you got to be prepared to do whatever you got to do. Yeah.
Kanye,
but nowadays,
they just talk. Huh?
they're just talking. Yeah, it's just
They ain't trying to
rapping. Yeah,
Kanye, you work with Kanye.
I did.
What's Kanye like in the studio?
When I was working with Kanye, man, Kanye bad, he bad, bro.
Oh,
Kanye cold. Kanye cold.
Yeah. I think sometimes we forget about that face because we see some of the antics that he's got going on now.
Yeah.
But you go back and look at College Dropout,
Bruh.
808.
Bruh. When Kanye would come to the studio, see, Kanye was a producer, man, before he started rapping.
Correct.
Okay? And he always, that's him on the thing, on the Guess Who's Bizarre. Oh, that's Kanye.
Wow.
But Kanye, back when he was making beats, man, like, he played beats for days and days and days, and he just sit there and play them. And he'd be like, man, wow, I got so many beats from Kanye, from the Fix album, and working on other stuff. But I got a lot of music with Kanye that I never put out.
Right.
But Kanye was the producer, man, and we had a tight ass producer rapper relationship, man, and that was my friend too, man. That's my partner,
right?
You know, and that fork in the road, you know, we all started together. I always feel like me and Jay and Ye and DMX and Irv, and we were all in the office together. It was all in the office together. And we was leaving, we was riding, and then they went here. And I was like, you know what? I'm finna go home. I went home, man.
Right.
And I don't feel bad about going home, bro.
Right.
I don't feel bad about going home because I don't ever want to be in the position where I can't enjoy
what you have.
Me. I just want to enjoy me, bro. You know, enjoy my life, enjoy the fruits of my labor. You know, which ain't a whole lot of shit, but it's mine, and I ain't gotta have no 75 traveling with me when I go somewhere. You know what I mean? I don't have to hide and shit, man. I don't want to hide. I don't want to run from nobody. You know, I just want to wave at them and go on about my business. Right. So I don't want to be too famous, never.
Right. Sampling. Where are you on sampling? You let somebody sample some of your stuff? And if they do you have to hear it?
I don't care. I don't care about nothing that got anything to do with this no more.
Damn.
Very, very bitter about it.
Why are you so bitter about it? You feel you were wronged? Taken advantage of?
The music industry within itself is wrong.
Okay.
All right? if you look at, I would like to compare contracts. I would like to compare a Beastie Boys contract to a Ghetto Boys contract, or you know what I mean. I'd like to see. So I'd like to see other
genre artists.
Artists, yeah. I would like to see a Maze contract as opposed to a Van Halen contract. You feel me? Like I know it's a big difference between the pay scales in those contracts, but yeah, it's not. Nah, bruh. So I don't care what they do with it.
What do you know now you wish you had known then?
I don't want to change nothing about it. You know, I'm right where I want to be.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not. I don't need no whole lot. You know what I mean? Like I don't need a lot.
I mean,
I don't.
You pay when I come to Houston.
Huh?
You paying when I come to Houston.
I'm what?
You're paying. You're gonna reach in your back pocket, pull out your, I don't know if you, maybe you carry a money clip or something, whatever, and you're gonna put that down.
On what?
I like.
On you?
Yeah.
No, bruh.
How I'm gonna come to Houston and you think I'm gonna pay?
Bruh, I'm in Vegas and I ain't even had lunch yet, and it's 6 o'clock. I haven't even had breakfast.
I'm trying to figure out how that get to be my fault.
I'm doing Club Shay Shay.
We tight budget right now.
No bullshit.
Tight budget right now.
No bullshit.
Streaming.
No, absolutely not.
Should rappers take their music off stream to get it back to where people got to pay real money to get it?
Yep. I would. I remember when it was 99 cents to listen to it.
Yeah. What's up?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so here's the thing. Like, it costed us so much money to make those albums. Mm-hmm. It cost so much to pay a producer. But now, you know what? I think producers may make a beat for $200 now. I'm not lying. But I know back in the gap, a Dr. Dre beat was $250,000. Timbaland beat was $150,000, $200,000.
Wow.
As the Neptunes and all of them, that shit was high.
Yeah.
So it would be shameful to get a beat from these top-notch producers and then have to put your shit on a stream and wait for it to stream.
Right.
4,000 stream, a million streams is $4,000.
What?
Yeah. 1 million streams is $4,000.
Wow. So you got to get, in order to get some money, you got to do like 1 billion streams.
If you want some money, yeah.
So like Drake and Kendrick, they doing billions.
They doing billions of streams. So they getting money.
Yeah, Beyonce, Taylor Swift.
Streams. But it's too much red tape, man, in between that, because you don't never know. It's kind of like the record selling too. You don't know how many records you really sold.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What they tell you.
Let's just go by what they tell you. But the streaming, I'm still not hip to how this works.
Right.
And that's why I'm not putting out any new music. I'm not releasing any new music, because it would just be all done in vain. Because those people have come up with something so slick to cut us all the way out the money. The mom and pop saved hip hop. The mom and pop saved our lives. Because if we couldn't do anything else, we can sell 100,000 records and make $1 million. Mm-hmm. God forbid you sold 1 million records and made $10 million. But
you used to go back in the day, you look forward to going to the shop and getting the vinyl.
You did. And you read the credits.
Yes.
And you can roll a square on the record. You say, yes. Yeah. You pop the cassette in. I introed my album, The Fix. I got this brand new face tape I'm about to pop in the deck for you. Turn up the radio, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, like we had jams, man, and they sold. Not just listening to shit, man, and I'm gonna listen to this and I'm gonna pay him half a penny, but after this, I wanna hear something else and pay them half a penny. No, you had to buy that body of work.
Yeah.
Like you can't like a real artist, man, you can't judge their body of work by one song.
Okay.
I would prefer way more if someone would just listen to an album from front to back.
Right.
That's why all my shit jammed from front to back, because I had a chance to listen to my album from front to back.
Right.
And it jammed.
You were at Def Jam South. You was running Def Jam South when you discovered Ludacris.
I can't say I discovered Ludacris.
He fell in your lap?
A whole lot of shit fell in my lap. Ludacris was already doing numbers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was already he was on the radio.
Yep.
And he already 30,000 records sold already on that What's Your Fantasy.
Yep.
So he was like a hands-off artist to me.
Yeah.
And he just fell in the lap. Def Jam picked it up and pushed it a little further. But you got to think about all of the other artists that slipped through the cracks.
You had an opportunity. What, you tried to get T.I., tried to get Ross?
Yeah. David Banner. Started naming them. I tried to bring them over there. But back then, the music that was coming from down south was so iffy to them. Like the music from down south was so iffy to them. They wasn't on it like they on it right now. You know, at first you didn't hear that coming from the East Coast of California. Now, that's all you hear. Even if you're not from down south, your music still sound like you from down south.
Correct.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
What have you learned about Moneyface?
It's money like religion, man. It's only as good as the person who has it or who believes in it. You know what I mean? Because you could be a very, very rich person and create a facade, you know, for everybody else, like you're the best person in the world.
Right.
But when you're elected and the lights get put on you, then they realize what kind of piece of shit you really are. All right? Or you can be just a regular person with no money and be the greatest person in the world. So it's only as good as the person who believes in it or has it. It's like religion.
I think Fat Joe said on his podcast, Joe and Jada, that rappers live paycheck to paycheck. You believe that?
It's possible. It's possible. Because you got to think about it. You get paid, well, I don't know how to get paid now. But you got paid twice a year.
That's it? So you had to make that money last?
Yeah. Or you had to do a lot of shows.
Right.
Yeah, you got paid in September and March. Oh, the game is all the way around crooked, man. You know. And you sold all of those records and you get paid twice a year. And then they got something they call reserves. They put some records in reserves in case they come back, and it's like, damn, then you never see that money. And then it's like, wow, they got a cold system going on. But it is what it is.
Right.
You know, that's the way that's the way they designed it. And I'm looking at all of the older artists that's like older than me. I'm looking at George Clinton get all his shit back. You know, they got it to where.
So your thing's gonna revert back to you after what, 25 years?
35.
35. So you ain't got but like 10 to go.
10.
Yeah, you ain't got much longer.
You think I'll be here that long?
Yeah, you be here.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, come to Houston, man. You
copyrights. I'm not kicking it with you, bro.
Face.
No, sir.
Same age. I mean, you just talk age.
You say same age.
We close in age, I said.
You didn't say the same.
Close.
Bro, you almost 60.
Well, damn, Face, why you giving up my info?
Bro.
Ain't nobody ask you that.
But
I got the cards. Why you get?
Hey, but you know what though?
We talked about snitching earlier. You remember you mentioned snitching? You mentioned snitching earlier.
But you know what though? When you walked in the building, I say, man, that man walk like don't nothing hurt.
What they do? I got artificial hips.
Oh, your hips fake?
Yeah.
And then you don't feel none of that pain, huh?
No.
Boy, when I get up, man, everything hurt.
Man, you get your hips replaced, man. I mean, I've been there. I mean, hurt, sitting down hurt, walking hurt, sleeping hurt, standing hurt, everything hurt.
Man, I might need to get a new hip. They put, you got 2 hips?
Got both of them.
They put 2 hips in?
Yeah.
What they look like?
Perfect. I mean, because you got to realize your hips are
you're
arthritic. Your hips are arthritic. They call probably arthritic. And so they go in
So you
there.
got like some hips that came off of a horse, or they made you some hips?
They're a ball, because the hip socket is a ball. So they just took the old hip out.
So a hip is a ball?
Yes, ball socket, yes. Face.
Did you actually see the actual hip?
Yes. I could have kept it. I was like, nah, I'm good.
You don't ever want to remember that shit no more, huh?
That was a bad for years.
Yeah, I got up out the chair, man, and Shannon was like, damn, face.
Yeah,
What's
man.
wrong with you, man? Man, that shit hurt, man. I play golf every day. And I'm hurting right now.
Look like you played football every day.
Hey, Shannon, I'm going to bake your ass, man. You better leave me alone.
Okay, man, my bad, face, my bad.
You got to leave me alone.
But can we just tell the truth? We told talking to Face off camera. Face got kids, 6, 7. Who cares?
Hey, this sound like he sound like an old ass nigga that coached Little League T-ball. Everybody get over there. Everybody get over there and pick them balls up. Daniel, get the glove off the ground, son. What's wrong with you?
But I read you where you said you were terrible. You bad father. You weren't.
Yeah, no, I'm terrible.
Have you gotten better? Cause you
Chris,
got
have I gotten better, Chris? Damn.
He all right, Chris said he all right.
Oh, he said, ask the question again. So
Face said he didn't do too well as a father.
Nope.
He better now, Chris?
Yes, I say yeah.
He said yeah. Chris wouldn't lie.
Shit. Chris lying now.
Would it happen because you were so young? Because
yeah,
your oldest. I mean, you had your oldest at like 17.
Yeah. I didn't really I didn't really look at fatherhood as like being a father. I just figured you throw money at it and cover it up. But watching my children with their children made me a better father. I was like, oh shit, so this is what it is.
Yeah.
You know.
You're a better grandfather than you are a father, than you were a father.
I can say that for sure. Yeah. My grandson come by the house the other day, man. And that chump walking and you know, my other grandboy, that chump walking and talking, and every time he see me, he go, hey. That's what I say to him. I be like, hey. He be like, when he see me on the face, I'm hey.
What they call you? Grandpa Face?
G.
G.
Yeah. But Chris, yeah, they call me Papa.
Yeah.
He started that shit. That's all right. I'll get him back.
That's what my grand called me. My grandson called me Papa. I want to be Papa.
Man, that's too bad.
What you thought?
You are. You're fucking 60, bro.
Bro,
you are 60. That's close.
I'm 36 months older than you.
Man, that man can count and shit. I would have been like, that's why I should have stayed in school, huh, man? I can't remember shit, man. I can't remember nothing, man. I can't remember nothing, man.
Are you cool? Are you cool with the parents, with their mom?
I think so, yeah.
Because you ran into a problem.
But you know what? At this point, it ain't even about being cool with the moms no more. It's about being cool with the kid.
But you had a situation where you was giving cash to one of the moms and not through the court.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's going to go through that shit.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to go through that shit, man. And I think that is probably the most unfair thing that you could do to a man. As a matter of fact, that creates a strain in parenting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You be like, man, I want to spend time with my dad, and be like, you was a token. You was a check. You wasn't that.
Right.
This ain't that. You know, you was a pawn.
Right.
for a bigger scheme. I don't, and it's sad, you know, that kid has to suffer like that.
Yeah.
Because the lady want to drag the other parent through some shit, and it's all on us. Right. You had to go through this shit too?
I have.
Yeah. So it's everything fall on the dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when.
But we were young. I think the thing is, Face, like when you young, you don't really. It's not like, you know, when if you have kids like in your late 20s, early 30s, but when you having kids as a teenager in your early 20s, y'all don't know how to be no parent. And you're not doing what's in the best interest for the kid. I get mad at you. I'm trying to punish you, but I'm actually hurting the kid. And it wasn't until you start to realize, like, look, come on now. It's about them. It ain't about us. And then once you realize that, you're like, okay.
Yeah. Well, in my case, big bro, and in a whole lot of cases, and I can speak for a lot of men out there, like in that situation that had a lot of money, it's guys that don't want to parent them kids, though some kids, because the mother used that kid as a payday. Mm-hmm. He's like, here, I'm just gonna pay you off. Right. I don't want nothing to do with either one of y'all. Mm-hmm. And that's some bad shit too.
Yeah, it is, absolutely.
You know, but it is what it is. Mm-hmm. If mama would have been, you know, straight up in the beginning, then that wouldn't have been the result in the end.
Right.
And don't do bad shit to everybody else because, you know, the shit didn't work out with you.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You know, don't be bitter at him because it didn't work out. You know, just take that.
Yeah, you have to. Sometimes you just have to bite your lip and do. You know, hey, I understand you don't like me, but hey, I'm still gonna come get the kid. They going to the Super Bowl. They gonna be with me during the summer. They gonna do all that stuff.
All that shit.
All that. Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it works like that in some cases.
You have to. Chris just left, but Chris is your son, and he gave you second chance at life. He gave you a kidney. When you found,
I gave him the first chance. Nah, I'm messing with you. Go ahead. Nah,
when you found out, because obviously you got to go to match.
It's not a match. That's not.
That's not true?
No. If me and you, yeah, we'd have to see if we match.
Right.
But he come out my nut bag.
Right.
So I know that's my kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
how do you ask a son?
I did not.
Really?
He asked me.
You broke down crying, did you?
No, not then. I probably could now though. Because he saved my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I said, nah, I need a Ferrari.
That's what you would have said? Right, motherfucker. That's why I ain't call you. That's the main reason why I ain't call your ass, because I knew what you was going to say.
Chris, you should have held out, Chris. You could have got it. And then, just this past, I think it was what, October? You had the heart.
August. Yeah. Yeah.
Were you short? Were you having shortness of breath? What was going on?
So I had an aortic hernia back in 2014. Mm-hmm. And when they scoped me, they noticed that I had an aneurysm on my aorta, a small one. Mm. And they was like, you know, we ain't gotta do nothing now, but we gotta watch it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, cool. And I was like, well, y'all might as well go on and fix it if you can, you know.
Yeah.
He said, no, we got to cut you open. I was like, no thanks.
You're right.
Yeah, no thank you. And as time went on, we was watching it. Caught the COVID. Mm-hmm. Kidneys failed. You know, running the heart. You know, they didn't know what the COVID was. I was probably one of the first people in America to have this shit.
Wow.
Yeah. And they seeing what it did to your heart, seeing what it did to your lungs and all this, and they noticed that the little thing was getting bigger. The aneurysm was getting bigger. Fast forward to kidney transplant. It's there. It's time to go ahead and get it done.
Right.
You know, but I pushed it off for years. And it kept getting bigger and bigger. It just wouldn't go. It's not going to go away.
Right.
That problem is one of those ones that just don't go away. So, my cardiologist, he worked me up and looking at it and introduced me to my surgeon. His name is Dr. Andrea Corti. Probably the most sought after, best heart surgeon in the world. He did babies. He did their surgery.
Right.
So he's really, really incredible. Long story short, man, he was like, man, he wanted to put me on the transplant list to get a heart transplant.
Wow.
Yeah. He said, man, why don't you do this CT scan so I can just see what I'm up against?
Right.
So that Friday, that whatever day that was, we did the CT scan. He saw it or whatever, and then I say, well, I'm gonna be ready when I come off this tour. And I can't remember what month that was. I think it may have been February or something. And he insinuated to, he said something to the extent of like, I may not have that much time. But I didn't want to have this shit done in the first place. So I was willing to run the risk of dropping Dad on stage if I had to.
Right.
This is real shit.
Yeah.
This is real shit. When I came back off the tour, I had an appointment, and he said, we're gonna schedule it. This was in April or June. We were scheduling for August.
Right.
All right. So time kept coming near, kept getting near, kept just coming. It's cycling. Man, I go to the doctor and they want to do another CT scan. And I opted out of it that Friday. I said, I'll come back Monday and do it because I got to be in here Tuesday to do the surgery anyway.
Right.
So I went in that Monday morning and got the CT scan done. And they were looking at it and everybody looked nervous and worried, right? And I told him to take this shit out of my hand. I'm not staying here. I'm having surgery in the morning. I'm gonna go. And one of those doctors came in and told me, he was like, hey man, you coming in the morning to have surgery? I said, yeah. He said, good, don't forget, right? I left, I'm having lunch with a good friend of mine and her bodyguard, and they called my phone. And she said, it was the surgeon coordinator that said, the doc said you need to be back in the hospital now. You need to be back in the hospital right now. I say, well, I got a tea time. Tell the doctor, tell the surgeon to call me and tell me that himself. So 2 seconds later, my phone rings. And I say, damn, doc, it busted? He said, I don't know if it happened a week ago or 10 minutes ago, but you need to get back now. So I went and I got me a pint of ice cream and some
butter pecan?
No, vanilla, from homemade vanilla. And I went to French's because I knew that was it.
So you said, I'm gonna have me some vanilla ice cream. What French's?
And some fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
Yeah. I went to the hospital, man, and I remember my mama saying that it's just a win-win for him. If he live, he win. If he die, he win. Shit, I got up a couple of days. I didn't even know it was, I thought it was like the same day.
Right.
It was like 2 days later. It was like a day and some change later.
Damn.
Yeah, like I was out of there. And when I woke up, they had the tube in my mouth and I could breathe, but I couldn't breathe.
Right.
So Miss Felicia was like, put him back down, put him back down. Like I was trying to take that tube out of my mouth, but they had me strapped down and I couldn't breathe.
Right.
So they put me back out again. And then
So they put you in a coma, had you?
They put me back out. But the lady was trying to get me to do shit, and I was like, and then all of a sudden I just went.
Cause I remember calling you, and you like, man, I said, man, stop bullshit.
Yeah, I had it. And I woke up, man, from that shit without everything.
And you the only one I let FaceTime me coming, man. I said, man, you ain't had no damn open heart surgery. He said, man, answer the phone.
Look,
I know you don't take no FaceTime.
The heart open. No.
Yeah, you got it.
But the first thing I said when I woke up, I seen my mama, man. I looked at my mama, I said, tough mama. Tough mama. Tough. And she said, yeah, baby, you tough. But that was the first words to my mama, I'm tough mama.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you work out, you watch what you eat. Yeah.
No.
You don't watch what you eat?
Get up and walk away from me, yeah. No, I'm just playing.
He's bad. Yeah. You said if you knew you gonna live so long, you took better care of yourself.
Hey man, my mama used to say that, man, and now I understand why. Yeah, if I knew I was gonna live this long, I'd take better care of myself.
You still eat oxtails though. You still eat fried chicken. You still eat pork chop.
No, I don't.
You eat fried catfish?
No, sir.
You don't eat nothing fried?
Once in a while. I don't really eat bad, and I don't eat a lot either.
So what's a typical meal? Okay, you get up and eat breakfast. You a breakfast person?
I am.
Okay, you what? Grits, eggs?
No, I eat two over easy eggs.
Okay.
And I eat chicken sausage with it.
Okay.
And then for lunch, I may eat a salad. And then for dinner, it could be anything.
Yeah.
You don't eat salad?
I mean, not just a salad.
Yeah, I can eat a salad.
So you have chicken on it? You like salmon?
I love salmon. That's my favorite. That's my go-to. But no, I don't really go ham on food no more because I've been fat before, and I'm taking testosterone shots and I'm getting fat again. So,
are you not working out?
Not yet.
What you waiting on?
Man, I just had open heart surgery less than a year ago. I don't want to be lifting no weights. This motherfucker bust back open. I'm sitting on the football field with my little league football team, and I'm, trying to teach this kid how to do a goddamn push-up, and I get down there and I feel this shit pulling apart again. I'm like, damn.
Yeah. Well, you took the shot before you started working out. You supposed to work out, then take the shot.
No.
Man, see, there you go looking at me. I can't with you, man. You won't take nothing serious.
Nah.
How did you guys, the Ghetto Boys, how did that come about? Were you all friends? Did y'all know each other?
I didn't know him.
But damn.
Didn't know him.
Most people start a group, they know each other. Went to high school together, went to middle school, lived in the same neighborhood. How the hell y'all form a group and not know each other from the jump?
So the Scarface song, Jay heard it, and then come to the crib, wanted me to be a Ghetto Boy. So I get into the van, this is the infamous van, and with Willie and Red and Bushwick, and I think Jukebox was there. And Bushwick was a dancer at the time. He wasn't even no rapper yet.
Right.
And it was me, Willie D, and Jukebox that was rapping. That's why when you listen to Trigger Happy, I can't say it was that. There was a couple of songs that Jukebox had did when he was a part of the Ghetto Boys that knew with me and Bushwick, with me and Willie. Bill wasn't in the group. He was just a dancer at that time. Let me remember this correctly. But some kind of way, Jukebox had left the group. And I don't remember if it was Willie's idea or Jay's idea or whose idea it was to have this little rapper talking cash shit and rapping, you know,
right.
a little guy. And so from that point on, Beto worked with him in the mirror, you know, helping him, you know, with his words, with his raps, and Willie and I wrote records for Bill, right? While he recited them, but I didn't know Bill, and I didn't know Willie, I didn't know none of them, you know.
Right.
And Red left the group before My Mind Playing Tricks on Me came out, before that We Can't Be Stopped out.
Right.
And shoot, that's kind of how it
happened.
went, yeah. I didn't know nobody, and they didn't know me, but I would make a record with them, and I'd be gone.
Right.
I'd make a song and I would leave. But then Jay put us at the ranch, and then we had to stay there.
Right.
So we make a song and then start another song and then start another song. You know, and we did that for a week or two.
Right.
We made that first Ghetto Boys album in a week or so, 2 weeks.
If there was a biop about the Ghetto Boys, who's gonna play Scarface?
What age?
Well, you in the Ghetto Boys.
What age? You gotta say, like, we're talking about the time that I was in it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to use one of my kids. Like Cube did. Cube used his kid to portray him.
But can your kid rap?
Chris, can you rap?
Yeah, you can.
Well, Brad can rap. Bryce can rap.
Okay.
Somebody can rap. If not, I would find an actor, somebody good. Probably the dude that played Bobby Brown or something.
Jay Prince said the feds tried to get you to flip on him. Do you remember that time?
They always trying to get somebody to flip on Jay. Yeah.
But you stayed 10 toes. It's a Jay Prince said him, Suge, Irv Gotti was trying to create a distribution label.
And that's when all the shit started.
Really?
Well, I feel like that when they was talking about flipping the script and taking the power away.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think if you putting out your own, if you're 100% independent and you putting out triple platinum albums independently, and you taking everybody out, can't nobody eat off of it but y'all.
Right.
Hell, somebody's gonna start paying attention because you with somebody's money.
Right.
You know, and this ain't nothing but man, America ain't nothing but money and law. That's it. You got money and the law.
Right.
That's the only thing that separates. Money and law.
The album cover, We Can't Be Stopped. Is that the greatest cover?
I hated it.
Why?
If you look at my face on that album cover, I absolutely hated that cover.
What the?
I just feel like it was, you know, I always say that too. Like, I honestly think that was Chief that pulled that patch down off Bill I.
Did his girlfriend really shoot him in the eye?
That's
Y'all made that up.
No, a girl shot Bill in the eye for real.
What you shooting with, 22?
22. Yeah. Shot him in the eye.
So he wasn't making that up and say, my eye.
I wasn't there.
Oh.
But I know that he shot him in the eye. She shot him in the eye.
That's a hard cover, though.
It was a hard cover, but you know, Bill wasn't even woke. He's sitting up in that motherfucker dead. He was like,
how y'all do the man like that, man?
that wasn't, see what I'm saying? That wasn't me. Hey, but Chief had it with the phone in his hand
Yeah.
too. Like, gotta prop his ass back up. Look. Sit up, Bill.
Politics, you ran for councilman and you gonna
Council. Yeah, I ran for city council.
You gonna do it again? Will you do it again?
I am. I was gonna do it this time, but this snake in the grass.
Yeah.
You don't say no names, but he's a snake. He was telling me that he was gonna do this in this seat, and I was gonna do that in that seat. And yeah, man, we're gonna do this together, man. We're gonna be together, man. And then push turned into a shove, and homeboy was like, he did something else. So nah, I'm gonna do it though, again.
You gonna do it again?
Yeah, but it won't be on those terms though.
Right.
It'll be on my own.
Have you always been into politics?
I have. I've always been into politics. Politics.
Politics, okay.
That's what's happening now.
Right.
I think that if people really gave a damn about the condition of black people, then they would do more than talk.
Right.
You know, they would do more than spoon feed us. If you really, 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 really gave any
A damn
about the condition of our community, then you would do what needs to be done for that community. And it's not putting programs in place, or it's not, government assistance, or it's not this or that, or taking our education away from us so we'll never know who the we are. It's not that, all right? And I don't know why a certain group of people feel like they have to continuously punch down, that's a word, punch down on black people. I know for a fact that black people are so great. So great. I'm talking about birthright great.
Yeah.
Birthright great. Until people would do anything to dim that light. Do anything to dim that light or make you forget who you are. And then impose and interject the you that they want you to be. And that would be the you that you become, if you really think about it.
I know you're a sports fan, and you guys got KD. Y'all gonna win the championship this year?
I like KD.
I like KD too. I asked you, are you gonna win the championship?
I said I like KD.
Damn.
We have
Y'all got a good ass team.
We got a
KD, Amin Thompson, y'all Shingun, y'all re-signed Van Fleet.
Shingun, spell it. Never mind. Cause look, when I was a little boy, hold on. When I was a little boy, right, we say a big ass word, and my grandma be like, so and so, spell it.
Yeah.
So when I heard Shangun, I said, spell it.
Yeah. I think it's Sengun.
However you spell it. Boy, so one time, Brad was like 4 or 5 and Bryce was like 2, right? And Bryce walked up to Brad and he slapped the shit out of Brad. And I heard and I looked back and Bryce said, "Ooh, Brad, I'm sorry, Brad. I'm so sorry, Brad. I'm sorry, Brad. That was an accident." And I say, "Accident? Spell accident." He said, BRYCE, accident.
It was an accident. He didn't mean to do it.
Hey, Bryce spelled accident. That was really good.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
So y'all gonna win the championship this year. What about
I didn't say that.
The Texans. Y'all win the championship?
I love C.J. Stroud. I love our head coach. I love.
I like Miko. I like D'Amico.
D'Amico Ryans is a mean. He was a cold ass linebacker. I don't have nothing bad to say about the Texans, the Rockets, or the Astros. I think we got 3 different sport franchises that are excellent.
Right.
See,
when I move there, we can go to the games and stuff.
I'm not going nowhere with you. I wouldn't, and it's not me, and I'm not the GM, that's why they don't have me in that seat. But I don't move Jalen Green and a few first-round draft picks.
For KD?
At this age.
They're trying to win now. Like tomorrow. Okay, yesterday.
I don't think there's nobody in the league that's going to be better than KD right now.
Yeah. So?
But he's 38.
36.
Oh, he's 36?
Yeah.
Warren, why you tell me man was 38? Oh, he 36?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I would have took KD any day. I thought he was old as hell.
Nah.
I thought, you remember when the Rockets picked up Scottie Pippen?
Yes.
And Scottie Pippen was like 42?
Yeah.
Like, damn. And then they picked up.
He on his last leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. KD ain't on his last leg.
KD got
some
mean ass game.
Yeah.
So now that KD's 36, y'all would have made it. And yeah, we'll probably get to the dance. But we got to go see goddamn Steph, man. And Steph can shoot from outside in the parking lot.
Y'all got to go see the Thunder, too.
Oh, them young cats with no names.
Yeah.
You talking about the no-name gang?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't got no names over there. They don't have no big name. Do they got a big name over there?
Shay, the MVP.
He a big name now, but was he a big name?
Mm-mm. I mean, he just been averaging 30 the last 3 years.
I'm just saying he wasn't. You ain't LeBron James and Shay. You're not. Oh, that's Kobe. Like you know.
Yeah, but I mean, you talking about historically all-time transcendent great players. They ain't but
1,000 of them. But what I'm saying about these kids is that's a team full of no name. They're not star names. They're great. They're not starved.
But that works for them.
And that worked, man. And they kicked ass, man. I'm so proud of the Thunder, man. Like, them was little kids, man. Them kids can't be, what's the oldest, 25?
I think the average age is like 26.
God dang. And you did that?
They did that.
Wow, that's and coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get off the players now and get on the coaching. Because they probably had that team a couple of years ago, too.
Mm-hmm. They got better.
That coaching, man. That coaching, bro. Can't beat that coaching, man. So now I'm proud of the Thunder. So we got to get through Steph, and then we got to get through the no-name gang, and then we'll get to the dance.
Face, thanks for stopping by.
Man, don't squeeze my hand hard, bro. Okay. I swear to goodness. Much love.
See, you try to get me.
I wasn't trying to squeeze that motherfucker hard. Man, his hand feel like two big-ass catcher's mitts, right? It's not I'm trying to shake the man's hand.
Scarface, ladies and gentlemen.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life.